They're on their way.
Because you guys chose an annual to read.
That wasn't me. That wasn't me. That was the frog. That was the frog.
Oh,
hello.
I was about to say, let's start. We'll start our first poll, but we have decided, and by we, everybody else decided, that we shouldn't do polls for a while.
Oh.
Yeah, because we are a month ahead. Like we're all the way up to like October 4th right now, as far as what we're doing. So I thought it might be interesting. We will take our break after the 6th issue, but instead we're going to finally do the bracket fight for season 2. So at the 6th issue, we'll take a little time. You vote on the bracket, then we'll get back to business. And that way, and that way at the end we'll have a winner for season 2. Because somebody brought up the brilliant idea of after 16 seasons, you should do a bracket of all those winners. And I thought that's ridiculous. We have to do it.
That sounds like a lot of work just to have Superman versus Spider-Man win again.
you think? Hey, now the winners of the bracket that includes the Christ Son Infinite Earths number 7.
Yeah, I would still say Superman versus Spider-Man.
No, I would not. No. You are on dope. Just saying. I mean that with all respect.
I understand.
What you said was very stupid. Yes. With all due respect.
With all due respect.
You are a retarded person, yes. But with all due respect, I think stupid people call you stupid for what you just said. Yes. But with all due respect, I mean, absolutely.
I'm trying to think of the good comeback, but I can't, you know.
Don't try. Don't try. It just won't work.
I can't because, I mean, we've already insulted you for everything.
Uh-huh. Alrighty. Yeah, we're just waiting for the crew to get in and we will start up. And I know Eric stepped away for a little bit. And then we'll get right to it. I'm excited about this. I'm excited to see how you guys were. Oh, did I already pull up? No, I only pulled up 2. Kind of excited to see how this goes over.
I'm not sure. Because honestly, I'm not a big independent reader myself.
Well, you don't need to be a reader of independent comic books for this show. You don't even need to be a reader of comic books. All you need to do is be able to look and go, wow, that's cool. I'll give it a 7. Or I don't like that. I'll give it a 4. You honestly don't have to read anything that we do this one.
But it is a great way to find out about some new books.
It really is. Sometimes if you can, in fact, judge a book by its cover, at least judge your interest in it.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I mean, that's kind of the job of the cover, is to tell you about the book.
Yeah.
That's the job.
I do agree with you. Okay, I need to find out what the...
Hello to the chat. Hello to Eddie.
Oh, yes, please, by all means. Say hello to the chat and talk to them while I do what I need to do here.
Eric and Boyd, One Sick Dude, Little Rhaegar, Brian Stam, Ethereal Dragon, and anyone else who's watching at home. If you haven't done so, please click like, subscribe, click the notification bell, check the notification settings on your YouTube, make sure that you are getting all the notifications. And if you want to help with the channel to keep the lights on, go to Ko-Fi.com. I think it's /Angleton from I Love Comics.
Yep.
In fact, I could probably just direct you to go right into the description of this video. And you could click on that link. And you can donate all your life savings.
Yes, you can. That is actually very much encouraged.
Drink some tea and get some rest, Trusty. You did awesome on that reading, though.
And also, MK is right. The Terminator anime is freaking awesome. 8 episodes. The Terminator anime that's on Netflix.
Oh yeah, okay. I want to check that out.
Oh, it has. There are 8 episodes and they're 30 minutes long each. So it was just fun. like the director said, this isn't a spoiler, but he's basically director said he didn't want to do the Sarah Connor, John Connor stuff. It's been done to death. So he went from a different part of the world where so when Skynet launches, it's someone else trying to stop it from a different part. Oh. But he does mention saviors, though, that there are saviors.
Oh, that makes sense. Like there probably are people who manage to tear down, because if it's a network, you can just tear out a part of the network and maybe create a safe space.
And it is something you can binge watch. Like I literally, like I'm saying, like he watched the whole thing once because like it's addicting. So it is its own story.
Well, it's cool that they went that way with it.
And the Terminators actually look really cool too.
They go their own way.
Don't you dare.
You can go your own way.
Yeah. Like I said, and then they're gonna have a season 2. So it ends with this set up for season 2. So I'm really excited about. It's hard to find shows. Speaking of shows, Jeff Goldblum is playing Zeus in his new Netflix show.
Have you watched it?
Not yet.
I'm interested.
Oh, I don't know. I have to look
crap. What is it called?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's something. But it's basically the gods versus the mortals.
I think it is. Let's go to Jeff Goldblum. Yes. Let's see. What could it be? It's called Chaos with a K. Yes. Oh, very neat. Very.
Do you know that he is 71 years old?
Yeah, that tracks.
He doesn't look that old though. He doesn't look like he's 71. That's crazy.
Yeah, I would say he's about that age. Is Eric here again?
Yeah, I'm here. I couldn't get a word in. I'm also eating, so I'm going to mute myself.
Breen,
okay, but we've got enough people here. Everybody's waiting. We're already 45 minutes. Nope, sorry, I'm looking at the live counter, not the actual time. But yeah, we are 20 minutes late, so we might as well get this started. And Eric, you are in the driver's seat. You ready?
Yep.
Okay. It sounded like you had a mouthful of food. I could do the. I could. You know what? I'll hold on. First, let me share this out. You're good. Let me share this out real quick. Where is it? Where? Seriously, where is it? There it is.
Share with me.
Well,
sharing is caring.
All right, that's what they say, but I don't believe them. All right, you get the first of the night, and it is the cover image. One Piece #1. The first time, by the way, we've integrated manga. Not manga, but manga.
I paused a delicious Jersey Mike's Italian sub to rank a bunch of people who look like they could fit the whole thing in their mouth in one bite.
Yes.
Okay.
And Jersey Mike's, really delicious.
Yeah, it is.
It's better than Subway.
It's pretty much better than anything.
All right.
Fresh.
Unless you're talking about like mom, pa's corner deli type things, but
oh yeah.
I don't know what this is supposed to be. I have no idea what One Piece is. I just know that Zach dresses like one of the women in the manga. I don't know. 8.
All right.
I really have no idea.
Okay, we got an 8 from Eric Pixel. What do you say?
I'm gonna go 6. I guess it's okay. Yeah, it's all right. It's drawn with an okay style. I don't like the border, but I do like that map background. I don't know. Yeah, I don't read manga either, so it's like
it's anime. All those manga people that love the manga.
You're going to piss them off. Is your daughter in the room? Are you doing this on purpose?
Yes, it's just okay. It's stupid. RDV, what do you think?
Honestly, I like it. It is colorful. You know, it reflects what's actually going to go in the manga.
The what?
The manga.
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 Oh no.
Oh, okay. There you go. The gay style.
Yeah, manga.
No, that's Yahweh. I learned because my daughters told me to look that up.
It has, like I said, I like it because it has the three main characters on the actual cover, and this is I guess this is the first issue, the first one. Dude, I like it. I'm gonna give it a 10.
Do the Mangarena.
Whoever's next after me? Amy?
I think we lost E.
Oh.
No, I can still see him.
I still see him too. He's just being quiet.
Let's just call him names.
Is he okay?
Eglinton, can you hear me?
And he's gone.
There he's gone. Well, Amy, what do you think of this cover?
Oh boy. This has, I guess I could say the three characters make an interesting sort of composition, but it has so many technical problems in it. I mean, the perspective is just kind of skewed, and the characters' anatomies are kind of just sliding all over the place. I like the idea of it. It's jovial and the colors are warm, but I can't really say that it affects me strongly one way or another. I guess I'd give it maybe a 5. I don't think it's got enough good going for it that I can't say it's bad. I just don't feel like it's great.
No, I understand. Like this isn't my genre. I was coming from Marvel or DC.
Right.
End it, and I just smiled.
Hey, E, you're still backstage, just so you know. He's talking to you guys.
Thank you. Yeah, I was actually saying. So RDV, what did you rank it? And, yeah,
I gave it a 10. And Amy just gave it a 5.
You gave it a 5.
Amy gave it a 5.
I gave it a 10.
Okay, I'm looking at it. I like the pastels in the background. The animated style actually is a-okay with me. I like the little cartoonish island in the back and everything. The one thing that bothers me, probably bothers other people because it's freaky, is the girl's jawline.
The Muppet style?
Yeah, that's just off in ways that is disturbing. Everything else, yeah, okay. This looks kind of neat. I actually don't hate this. I don't think it's great or anything. I will give it a 7, however.
Okay.
All right, let's move on to the chat. Sorry, I dropped off. I went out for a pack of smokes and some milk. All right, so One Slick says 5. Meh. Eric and Boyd goes all the way down to 2. Wow, he does.
Are they
have
cigarettes? Is it cigarettes that taste like milk? Or
yes.
Milk that tastes like cigarettes?
Yeah, they sell them at the boba tea shop. Ethereal says 7. Don't miss Eddie's. Oh, I guess that's above the. Yep, Eddie says 10. Ethereal says 7. All right. Let's see. Just starting. No one's late. That's true. Brian Stem. Yep, my point is that the book's publisher knows that in order to get people more interested in a book, you have to make a cover attractive. That is true. 5. Not a big fan, says Brian. Maybe the great manga debate here, or the inclusion, is not such a great thing, or maybe it's just this cover. We'll find out. Let's see. One Piece #1. Great frame cover. Action aplenty. Well rendered. Cool trade dress. Score a piece 7. And then that was Maranya. Dan says 7. Rhaegar says 8. Next up, do the Mangarena. Japanese A is like the A in paw.
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. I see. You're talking about the language. You know, you are young when romance dawn looks like that in morning after a night of a boat party. I have no idea what you said there, guy. But there you go. Let's put up some stoppage. Oh, I skipped MK. MK got the skip this time. There he is. Subway. You said, well, he's talking about Subway. No, that doesn't count. That does not count as a skip. I'm not, because he's talking about Subway. Okay, Subway used to be better, but Subway does have better cookies than Jersey Mike's.
I agree. Instead of talking about something that has nothing to do with the thing, just put the number down.
By all means, but put the number first, and I'll stop.
Yeah.
If I'm looking for numbers directly, yeah, I don't count that as a skill.
You know, I like cats, but I'm gonna give this 10. It's like, what the heck?
There you go. Okay, let's see what we got here. Wow, that too is going to bring the score down, but it just brings down one of these 10s for this. Then we've got 3 5s knocking down the other 10, and then the 2 8s, and we're in 7 category, and that's where this ends up in the 7s.
That's fair.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know how many covers I have tonight you would consider iconic, in all honesty. Eric, it is your turn, but I am pretty sure if you were to count a comic book cover as iconic, it would be Spawn, #1.
I let off the wonderful One Piece.
Then let's start with Pixels, sir.
Wow, that's a really good cover.
Let me write in the start.
Go ahead, write in the start. While the character is great and looking, because I've never read any Spawn, the character is great looking, and I like the pose and everything. I will say that because of how consumed it is by the cape, like I can't tell. He's just in a pose. I'm going to give it a 9 because it's very, very, very good, but I don't think it's a 10.
All righty. How about you, Amy Lester?
Compared to the last one, this is a 10.
Yeah, but by itself, how does it stand?
Yeah. You know, it's really flashy, and I like the use of the light in the thing. I would still give it a 10. It's awesome.
Right. How about you, RDB?
Well, you see, I was just down at the gas station. I got myself a drink, and then I decided, you know what? If it wasn't for those darn kids and that dog, I just would have gave this a 6. But honestly, since I'm here, I'm gonna give it a 10.
All righty.
What?
I'm doing what MK's been doing.
Oh, okay. All right, Eric, what do you think?
Sorry.
I think I might be speechless for the first time since we started doing this. For what it is, I mean, you kind of get a good look at the main character, and you wonder, gosh, how's he going to fight crime with no lower body? But that's why you got to open up the book and find out. So I'll give it a 10.
All righty. You got a 10 from Eric as well. So I get to be the contrarian then here. Huh? I get to be the LK. If this wasn't if this wasn't McFarlane at the height of rock and roll comic book artists, I don't think this is as popular as it eventually got. I don't think they'd be making movies about it. This cover is it's kind of a mess, in all honesty. It's not horrible. It ain't great. I'm giving it a 7. And that is 2 7s in a row. Yes. Well, you know what? I do like this better. I'll give it an 8. So I guess it's very good. All right. Let's see what everybody else says. It's the character by himself, but it's mostly cape with bats and a green hand. It's I don't know. Ethereal says 8. He kind of agrees. All right, then we have 9 from Glenzer and 10 from American Boyd. All righty, let's see. I'll go 10, says MK. 8 from Dan Alvin. Let's see. Kind of funny. Spawn made influencer to Shadow the Hedgehog. Respect. All right. Eddie gives it a 10. And let's see. Brian gives it an 8. Ethereal says bump his up to 9. All righty. One Slick says 8. Very good cover, but McFarlane. But there are others in the series he did that are better. I agree. But this one was the iconic one, so I went with that. Starting to border on those classic Doctor Strange covers, Dan says, saying 8. Alrighty. And let's see. Maranya says, Spawn number 1, great superhero pose. Coloring sets off the hero well. Dre dress unique and gives a hint to the contents. This McFarlane art, I don't mind. I give this a 10. Alrighty. 10. Oh, quiet, Gene says, Trusty. 10 because 1990s golden age. Plus, we ranked the other covers high based on it being the first comic. So why not this one, says Rhaegar, giving it a 10. Alrighty. If you have not yet voted and you want to, go right on ahead. I'm going to put in a little stop here, but we will include your score and change things if need be. As it is, let's drop this. And what we got here is 4 8s and 3 9s. That's 7 here, but we've got 8 10s. So, ladies and gentlemen, in spite of mine and Ethereal trying to poop on the party, we've got our first 10 of the night. There we go. All righty. And that was Pixel. Amy, you get the 3rd cover of the evening.
Oh,
From
okay.
Valiant Comics, one of my favorite books of the 90s, seriously. And Valiant did not show it the respect it deserved, but we have Rye, number 4.
Oh. Well, this is an interesting book. I kind of want to know more about it, and that's probably a good thing for a comic book cover, right?
I think so.
The figures well rendered. These little flourishes here in the background. It's like a spaceship or something, maybe?
Yeah, he's in space.
Oh, okay. It's very graphically interesting. I think I could at least give this a 9.
All righty. Got a 9 from Amy. How about from RDV?
I mean, we just read a story about a floating sword. So now we have another one here. I love the detail of space behind himself. I'm not sure what the psychedelic purpose of all those blinking or not says it's not blinking lights around him.
Scribbles.
You know, but I don't know. And just 5, meh.
5, really?
Yeah.
Okay. All righty. Eric, what do you think?
Well, Amy, what happened was the Mandarin's about to drop the sword, and Rye goes to catch it, but since he doesn't have Tony's armor repulsor raised, it just slices his hands off. Tragic. I would say 9.
All right. And Pixel, what do you think?
3, 2, 1, Baja Blast. This is a 9. This is pretty awesome. I mean, futuristic samurais. It looks like a neat concept, but I'll give it that. It is striking, like Dan Alvin says in the comments.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta say I'm gonna agree with you guys. Unfortunately, we might not get a 10 on this one, but it is definitely 9 worthy. It's the space background. What really impressed me is the blurred reflection on the incredibly shiny floor. I mean, that is you see the reflection of every light in there almost. But it's just a great design. It really is an exercise in minimalism to create an incredible mood.
Yeah.
You know what? No, we got our first 10. I just talked myself into it. All
It's
righty.
the environment, right? The way the light interacts with the elements that are in it and the framing that it does with that.
Also, I would like to point out the ride. Okay, look at a lot of comic books. It doesn't matter how they sit. They'll have that flat stomach and they'll have the flat abs. He's slumped. And even if you have a 6-pack like he does, everything is going to kind of go forward a little bit. And the art does that. That is a body that from the shoulders all the way down is slumped. This is a defeated person. And the musculature shows it. It's not your usual comic book, no matter where you go. You know, it's just perfect. I mean, that is some great detail. It's a tiny detail that you might not notice at a glance, which is why I tell you, everybody in the chat, take a little time. Let us talk about this, and while we were doing that, take your time to really look at all the little details. You don't have to be first.
They even gave him nipples.
They gave him nipples. Yes. All right. Just like Batman and Robin. It's that great. Okay. Let's see. Ethereal Dragon. Ethereal Dragon says 8, and Glinzer says 7. And then let's see. Eric and Bood 9. Eric and Boyd 9. Very moody art. Nice art. There we go. All right. Let's see. Brian Stam says 7. Alrighty. And once like while Rye was good, the floating katana, it looks a little dumb. Gives it an 8. Let's see. Baba Boom says 6. Okay. And we have 9 from Maranya saying Rye, number 5. Trade dress fits in with the theme of the book. Oriental imagery meets Western rendering techniques. Great cover overall. Score a Rye 9. Alrighty. And let's see, striking 9 says Dan Alvin. I can't tell between like spirituality or vitality, dignity. I guess I go with an 8. Alrighty. And Rhaegar says 9. Alrighty. And then we have a background reminds me of the poster art from 79 to 80 when Disney did the Black Hole. I give it a 9. By the way, very underrated movie, that one. Pixel's heart be like, oh my God, no more Baja Blast. Boom. I added in the boom, but that's what your heart's going to do.
I know. This is my 5th Mountain Dew.
Am I still here?
Yeah, you're still here.
Where did he go? I can't see him. I am blind.
He's right there. Alicia?
Hello.
Oh, he can't hear us.
5,
So
4, 3, 2, 1.
And since he's no longer with us, subscribe to Geeky Puppet Show.
I feel like this was probably a 9.
There'll be spectacle, there'll be fantasy, there'll be daring do and such like you have never seen.
I dare say this would have been a cool piece to see inked, right? Like the original page, just to see the way that came out. Like I wonder if all the little greebles here are they on the original panel? Did they draw them separately and then kind of paste them on?
Does Pixel ever do what he just did with an entire dance troupe?
That would be a cool.
He's got a little sparkle tuxedo and a hat.
If you know, I wish I could.
It's like Family Guy dancing.
So let's see. I'll go 7, says MK. For me, this feels like something is missing. I like the Kenshi floating sword thing going on, though. All right, we got a 7 from MK.
If you were to add one element into the space part of the background, what would it be?
A boob.
Someone floating.
Like a spaceship or a asteroid?
No, considering what it is, it would have to be because I think they're on a satellite. Mm-hmm. So yeah, like a spaceship that's arriving of some sorts, maybe.
I think that formation to the right of Rye, it looks almost like you could just try to fill it in somewhat, and it would be like a
moon with a red dot
planet, something in the background.
Mm.
You don't want it to be too imposing.
You know what Jackson Breaker jumps in with an 8.
I would put a cat in a spacesuit and him just floating out there.
Although it would be kind of interesting if there was a sun right above him over his head. I mean, if that's supposed to be the
red sun
of Japan.
Well, I mean, yeah, I would have a sun so you can actually see his hair.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna get stop and let's bring this one down, and we will see what we got from it. We have 1 5 and 1 6 knocking out that 1 10 and one of the 8 9s. Okay, so we are working on 4 down from the others. That would bring up 3 9s, but we've got 4 8s, ladies and gentlemen. Rye is an 8. Ready.
Okay.
Dun, 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 dun.
I thought Rye was a piece of bread.
That's
Yes.
RYE.
I thought Rye was.
Okay, so that was Amy. And now we're going to have RDV start us off.
Ooh.
And RDV, you get the 4th book, and it's another anime. Well, it's an Americanized anime called Nausicaa.
It's
and
a
this
manga.
is issue number Nausicaa, Valley of the Valley of the Wind, issue number 4 or 2.
Anime is when it's actually moving a cartoon version.
Yes.
Manga is the book.
And yeah.
And yeah, I like this. It's like just I said, this is really cool. Not the cover I would have went with, you know, we were looking at before, but kind of reminds me of aliens in a sense. Something bad's gonna happen to her. But yeah, I'm gonna go. I'll go 9 on this.
All righty. And how about you, Eric?
You, Eric of the BREEN.
I don't know, because the big fat trade dress is blocking a good chunk of whatever that is up there, and means I can't figure it out. Is it like a space walrus with really bad teeth, or
Probably.
okay?
Maybe it's a mushroom.
I feel like if I were stoned right now, this cover would make a lot more sense.
Nick, so why are you muted?
Why is there a 2 in the corner? Like, is it not in like the first in the series?
Yeah, it's the 2nd book.
It's not a 2 on his hand, it's the issue number.
It's the 2nd book and it's part 4.
I'm gonna say 8 again because I really don't know.
Okay. And how about you, Pixel?
I'll go 7 because I get what VENKMAN's seen. I see the alien vibes. It looks like if somebody decided let's make some Japanese xenomorphs and Ellen Ripley, but no, I'm not liking much of it. I'm not intrigued by it. So I think 7 because it's good. I have to recognize the good quality of it. But
Well, this would be the hentai version.
oh
Right.
no, there are no tentacles
How
there.
do you feel about this one?
Amy?
Me? Oh.
Yep.
You know, it's a well-structured image because of course it is. And it's well drawn and I like the colors. It's a different way of approaching art, and it's very different from what you typically see in comic books, but I like the kind of fairy tale aspect of it. It has kind of a, not quite, I guess, golden age of literature, but close. It's got thinner lines, but it's neat. And I think it does something different very well. So I will give this a 10.
Okay. I wish I could give this a 10, Amy, because I agree with everything you say. I love the rendering on this thing. The detail that goes into the drawing of this alien is amazing. The girl looks great. She doesn't look Angelina Jolie sexy or anything like that. It's just
she's not
that she's
distorted.
drawn very well. And then, as Pixel or Eric originally said, but I'm having a hard time seeing it from behind that freaking billboard of a trade dress. I can't give it a 10 because of that. Although I think everything else is amazing. That is intrusively bad. I'm going to drop it to an 8. All right. I'm in search of a 10 tonight. I have not gone higher than an 8. Wait, no, I did, didn't I? I did. I'm the one that gave the 10 to Rye. Okay, I take that back. I take that. All right, let's go to the chat here, and we've got an 8 from Ethereal, a 9 from Glinzer, and an 8 from Eddie. All righty, and then let's see. Dark Admiral says 9. Boom says 6. All righty, and we've got Nauseating number 2, 6 for the static anime cover, says Jackson. And then we have 8 because the creature is blocked, says Rhaegar. 8, detail is decent. Colors are a little flat, and trade should have been in a banner instead of a block. Okay, that's one stick. I think it's Bug Shield something. I don't know. Nausicaa number 2, great rendered cover, says Maranya. Curiosity about what happens inside sells the book more like a storybook than a usual comic book cover. Score a wind 8. Alrighty. Let's see. Brian Stamp says 8, almost Tolkien-esque, excuse me, in looking. All right, so we get him as well. 6, the difference with this one is the fact that the artwork is nicely done, says Eric.
Right.
And then we really like the title, Fence Sitting Between Maybe and Sad Trombones. Wah, wah. That is a 6 already. And then we have MK says, I'll go 8. Sorry, Zach, but thank you, USC, who are plus 155. I have no idea. Who is Angelina Joel? Billy Joel's daughter. 7, can we hear some enunciation on that second A accent, anyone? Nausicaa. Ah! How's that? All right. I do what I can.
No,
it's more
do it like Fonzie.
Say again?
Do it like Fonzie.
Nausicaa. I'm sorry, I could do better than that. Excuse me. Nausicaa.
Now I'm going to do it like a character in one of our readings. Nausicaa.
All right, let me put up.
I thought it was called pronounced Nausicaa.
No, that's far.
Let's see, and let's get this one down and see where this goes. Ladies and gentlemen, it deserves its day in court. And let's see, we've got 1, 10, 3 9s. And that's taken all taken down by those 4 6s. 1, 7 working up against those 9 8s. Ladies and gentlemen, Nausicaa becomes an 8. That's where it's gonna go.
All right.
All righty. I cannot believe the bank and the movie theater messed me up. I couldn't see Rear Window on the big screen, man. I was so jazzed for that.
What?
All right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I would love to. I'm a huge Alfred Hitchcock movie fan.
Sure. They were
so
classic movies. That sounds
Say
amazing. Your theaters replaying some really classic movies.
Yeah. I'm jazzed to see those. Anytime you can see a movie from the 40s and 50s on the big screen, especially if you've never seen it before. So let's see. We had Eric, Pixel, Amy, RDB. This one's mine. This one's a lot more simpler, ladies and gentlemen. It is straight up a picture of what it is. And it's a book that I got commissioned to do the comic book origins of. And after I did that, I actually really like the comic now.
Picard's brother.
It's actually issue number 13 of Scud, the Disposable Assassin. It's awesome. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, Scud the Disposable Assassin is literally just that. If you want somebody killed, you could go up to a vending machine, put your money in, and a disposable assassin pops out, and it self-deletes after its job is done. There you go. That's the take. That being said, this is a great rendered lunchbox, a great image on the lunch. Oh, I forgot to put the start in. Let me do that for you guys. For Scud number 13. All right. I think the colors pop. Yes, it does. Doesn't it look like Tide detergent at the end, though? That's one thing I always thought was weird. Yeah. But the colors, the background colors, the foreground, everything just pops. This is an amazingly simple and awesome cover. I give this a 10. All righty, Eric, what do you think?
Well, this is a really cool lunchbox, and it looks like one of the lunch boxes that I had stolen when I was broken into. So I'm kind of angry and bitter at this cover. No, I agree with you. This is this. As soon as you pop out, I said this is a 10. Yep. It doesn't need anything other than the lunchbox.
No, it doesn't. It's just so cool. at the same time, once again, I think you guys are jumping the freaking gun. You're not checking out. You're not impressed. I mean, you're like, I don't. I'm done. I know. No. I mean, do you not see Glenzer and One Slick? Do you not see the artistic merit, the color scheme, everything that's going on with this? Or do you see it in the instance it took you to throw up a grade? I'm challenging you guys. I really am. Well, but your turn, Pixel. What do you say?
You know what? What did you say? I think you're on dope. This is the lunchbox. If somebody does a comic book cover, if somebody does a comic book cover of a bowl of fruit and it's the best looking bowl of fruit in the world, that's fine. That's not going to get me to read the comic. This lunchbox does not convince me I should check out Scud with the Tide Target logo.
I was gonna say
it's just a lunchbox, guys. It has superheroes. I don't know what those things are, and
they're Scud.
Impressive. But you know what? A lunchbox doesn't convince me to do that. So I think that I'm going to agree with what was it? Rhaegar 4. This is a 4. This isn't a good cover. Like
I think you guys are so far off.
Birthday party clown.
Exactly. That's it. All righty. Okay, so how about you, Amy? What do you think?
You know, I would for one thing, I'm looking at this and maybe I'm not seeing it right, but it looks like somebody has like a photo of a lunchbox and they just kind of photoshopped a drawing of Scud on it intentionally. Is that what
I don't see that at all. It looks painted to me.
Oh, okay. Well, now that's cool because getting that kind of realism in some brushwork and then combining it and realistically scaling an illustration to match that perspective, that's a certain kind of brilliance to be able to pull that off because he's got the characters pointed in the direction that the illustration would be, and then the illustration scaled flat. Doing that from a drawn perspective is actually pretty difficult. Or at least it's so easy to just kind of instinctively miss that and start rendering the characters from the angle you would be viewing them and making it the wrong kind of dimensional. But this is well done. I would have loved to have seen this like little lunchbox as part of like maybe if there's a story like a little girl carrying it or like Scud holding it or maybe on a table with some more details or something that makes you go like something's happening around the lunchbox. I think that would have been kind of a cool way to draw the reader into the narrative of the story, but it's still a really cool piece and I do like the colors. I think I'd give this at least a 9. I wish I could really see the brushwork on this. You know what? If it's really good brushwork, on the chance that this is as good brushwork as it looks like it might be, I'll go ahead and give this a 10.
And I was just going to say, would it have gone from a 9 a 9 to a 10 if it were sitting on a table with a nice bowl of fruit? Pixel, would you have at least given it a couple higher?
Maybe. I just really wanted to see that.
Yeah, honestly, for me though, like if it had been like if there was like an apple or a snack pack on that in front of it, and then you have a handgun, it'd be a 10.
Right? Or like a Hostess fruit pie?
That'd be more intriguing because
right?
all I see is the side stickers. You get they're superheroes.
You take away that sticker, and I think it's like it's a advertisement for a welder box.
Yeah, it could be like an amp or something.
Like an amp.
Yeah, I just wish I could see the details a little more in it. But you know, that's me.
Yeah.
So what do you score it though?
Oh, a 10.
Alrighty. And RDV.
It's a 4.
You know what I feel like? I feel like the only guy who's into art house movies. You know, you just don't get it. You know,
like I told them, if he had a banana or a snack pack in front of it with a handgun, I'd be more intrigued. But this looks like an advertisement for a lunchbox and an ad, the flyer getting the mail.
Okay, I'll tell you what, I'd buy that in lunchbox.
But I'm with Glenzer. Not grading it just purely on artistic merit. It's a comic book cover, and it needs to sell the product, and that doesn't sell it to me. Like
Did it make you hungry?
No, because I have my bag of chips right here.
But you know what? Everybody's got opinions.
You know what?
Ethereal says 8. Glinzer says 9. Eddie says 8. Wait, am I?
It should say back to school.
I went all the way up to Natska. Scud. 5 for lunchbox. Advertisement says 1 slick. Glinzer says 6 and 8 from Baba Boom, because Baba Boom gets it.
It would be great if there was a little Hostess fruit pie there. That would be like.
I think if there was food around it, like maybe if it was open and you saw food items around it.
Yeah, and a handgun.
Yeah.
I want to know what elementary kids going around with a handgun, but.
Oh, that would be funny if it turned out to actually be like they were smuggling something in there, like.
But if they had it open, what you would see is like the scud jumping out at you. I think that would be kind of like a Jack in the Box. Let's see, 5 from Ethereal Dragons. Scud 13. This is an awesome cover. Love the lunchbox cover for retro wackiness alone. This cover is a non-disposable 10. 4 from Rhaegar.
Glinzer says, on Scud, E thinks he's Butch Cassidy. I got a vision, and the rest of the world wears bifocal.
Exactly, yes. The rest of the world, yeah. Eddie says, not feeling it. Give it a 5. Eric and Boyd says 6. All righty. Let's see. I mean, I could rate it a 2 if you want. No, I think you should rate it, honestly. Lunchbox of a crash test dummies, I'll say 9. Also, Eric must have great memory if he can recall a stolen lunchbox at 2 years old. What? Or are you meaning 2 o'clock?
It must be MK.
Right. 8 from Brian Stam. 8 if they are assassins, how are they superheroes?
Oh, they're not.
Some people consider Punisher a superhero. Smoke another one, he said. I haven't even smoked the first one. I am Florida man. The whole point of our craziness is that we don't do drugs to get that crazy. It just helps.
Yeah, I think the plot of Scud was he realized he was a disposable assassin. So if anything happened, if his target died, he would end. So he ends up trying to protect the target.
Oh, there you go. All righty, and that was 8, and then 6 from Dark Admiral. You know what though? I love this. I didn't think this would be the controversial one, but I love the back and forth, and I love the conversation. Also, I feel like Scud was a known horror movie or something. No, it's Chud. Chud is what you're thinking of. 5 from Jackson Rakert. I'm sorry, I'm going to say your name wrong because you scored it low. Rakert. Damn it, I messed up my own joke. Okay, so and I see Scud with that orange and yellow bullseye and think of laundry turd. Yeah, that is absolutely true.
Yeah, Scuds were the ineffective missiles during the Gulf War. That's where we know Scud from.
Wait a Scud loving moment. That was my non-disposable 10. Damn it, you gave it. I mentioned that.
I guess Maranya likes Scud. That's cool.
All righty, so let's get this down to save everybody's eyes since it's the worst cover ever. All righty, let's see what.
Just the most controversial.
Well, you know what? I love it. Actually, you know, don't take things personal when you're doing this because it'll kill you. What you gotta have here is 4 10s. Let's see how long they hold up, ladies and gentlemen. We got 2 4s, 2 5s. Okay, they're gone. And then we've got 2 6s and 3 8s knocking down those that 1 9 and the 2 8s. This is ending up in the 7s. All righty. Boom, boom. Let's see. Wait, hold it. 2 4 gets rid of those, and then 5 gets rid of. Nope, it's going to be a 6. I don't think it deserves a 6. But here we are. I mean, just the rendering alone is better than a 6. But hey, what you gonna do? You're gonna bitch about it, aren't you, Englentine? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. And yes, I call myself Englentine in my own thoughts now. All right.
So you refer to yourself in the third person username?
Yes.
Cool.
I have actually, by the way, when somebody has asked my name outside in the real world, I have actually said Englentine.
Does that trouble you?
A little bit. It was a cop. They didn't like it when my driver's license showed not Englentine. Yeah.
How'd you get one that
sexual
said not
favors
England
get you
team?
out of a lot of things. That's all I'm saying. Say again?
How'd you get a license that says not England team? Usually it has your real name on it.
Yeah.
You change his name to that.
Well, my name is not England team. So it works. All righty, let's get the start up. And that was mine. So we're back to Eric. Eric, you get Simpsons Comics and Stories, issue number 1.
Oh, I thought it was OJ. Okay.
Oh, yeah, I think I'm destined to not finish this issue of Iron Man.
Yeah.
Well, it's got faux floating heads.
Hmm.
I'm not a Simpsons fan, and Chuck Dixon wrote a ton of issues of this.
Really?
Yes.
Did not know.
But one thing I've always liked are the parody covers, the homage covers, and the things that look, even if it's not a particular one, I'm going to give us a 9.
All righty. And how about you, Pixel?
I pretty much agree with everything Eric is saying, except the number. I think it's good. I like the floating heads. I like Bart, but it's for a cover. It's good. It's a good cover. It's not. There's nothing that stands out that's saying, "Oh man, I really need this." And I am a Simpsons fan.
Well, it says, "Watch it, man."
Don't have a cow, man.
Oh yeah.
At least got that reference.
They're pointing out that you missed Dan Elvin's 4 from the last one.
Okay, I'm getting his 4 right now.
There you guys. You guys are not ignored by me. All right.
Okay. Now, what did you say about the comic book cover at hand there, Pixel?
7.
7. Okay.
You're dead.
And Amy Lester.
Yeah. I can't say I'm the biggest fan of the Simpsons, art style as a whole. I'm not, against it. It's kind of a standard and like Western cartoony, and that's fine. But I would say it's well rendered. The character's done nicely. The environments with the skyline here, it's actually following a reasonable perspective. And I have to give it extra points for that. That's a pretty strong artist. The little floating heads and the little circles, they're done well. This is good. I would give this a 9. Yeah.
I always
Okay,
liked
I'm
it
going to
better.
agree with you. Oh, wait, it's not my turn. RDV.
I remember seeing this and Radioactive Man his own standalone issues at the grocery store back in the 90s.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Still though, I'd give it a 7. I'm not a big fan. I watched Simpsons back in the day, but I wasn't obsessed where I had to read the comic books. So,
All right. We got a
but I imagine this is probably worth some money though.
Oh, I bet.
it's worth you could get 20 to 50 for it depending. But
That's what I mean. That's still a lot of money. I don't care if people say $50 for one book.
what did you score the skin?
7.
7. All right. And let's see. I'm looking at, obviously it's another because it's cartoon. Cartoon comics are, in my opinion, deceptively simple. But you were right. The perspective is great. I love the Bart Simpson hairdo. It tries to be retro by giving the floating heads with the titles to make it look a little more golden age. This is a fun cover if you know what you're talking about as far as comics are concerned. By that, I mean if you know what they look like in the past and you can see this kind of thing. And I think that's one of the better things about The Simpsons is that it actually tried to do that kind of thing. Okay, so I'm going to agree with you guys. This is a 9. Let's go to the chat, which, righty, where'd it go? Okay, E needs a Scudweiser. We're using the Royal We now. He's ignoring us, one slick dude. After a while, I was going for the number thing. If I'm in a hurry or something. Let's see. 8 is Glenzer. Alrighty. If you guys see that I skipped somebody, if they say that, please let me know. Because if I zonk out and then have to come back in, I'm gonna rush down the numbers. Let's see, 7 from Ethereal, 7 from Baba Boom, and 7 from Undead Quinn, but a 10 from Rhaegar because Simpsons and Bartman. So we got 3 7s and a 10. 1, 2, 3, and a 10. All right, he skipped. You're telling him he skipped somebody. 9 from Jackson, 6 from Eric and Boyd, and 8 from Brian saying Bartman. All right, so we got 6, 8, 9, 12, 15, 18.
Jackson's bringing up the movie. I never saw the movie.
That did exist. It was very good. It was very, very good.
I forgot it existed.
And Maranya said, Simpsons #1. This is rendered on a model for the animated series, like the retro cast circle head. Score a Bartman 8. So we have a 6 and an 8. Boink and boink. Whoops, not that one. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see. At least he got Maranya. He pulled a Claude Rains. Was the Invisible Man. And then something went wrong for Fay Ray and King. We got a 9 for Bartman and Floating Heads, the Bart signal. Did Bart have the same costume designer as Darkwing Duck? Yes. Yes, he did. I was going to make a joke, but I forgot the guy's name from that Queer Eye show. All right, so we have a 9 from MK. I own this, but it's an average parody cover. A lot of hilarity inside, though, says Dan. Give it a 7. And we have a 9 from Dark Admiral Hare. I'd go as far as 15 seasons. Haven't seen much then. I'm the same way. I kind of stopped at around 15. I think I collected the DVDs until 20, but I was watching intermittent at that point. Let's see. The movie was good back then. I don't know how. I actually watched it recently. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Okay. Yeah, I only know the Queer Eye guy from How I Met Your Mother because he guest starred in there a couple times. All right. So let me put in the stop. He got caught in a celluloid jam. Let's see. And let's bring that down. We have 2 6s, 1 10. So that takes away one of the 6 9s. Then we've got 6 7s, taking out all of the 9s and one of the 3 8s. We've got an 8 with the Simpsons. Bum, 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 bum. That is what's his name? Tim Burton's musician friend. Danny Elfman. Yeah.
Really?
Yes. Yes, it is. Eric.
Right.
I tend to be giving you covers. I don't think they would be books that you would buy. I'm not doing this on purpose, sir. I promise you. What?
Do we just lose Pixel?
No, I'm fine.
Okay, good.
Yeah. I honestly think that this one's going to get a what? The Honest England team. Do you want me to leave? I think this next cover is going to get that. Tank Girl.
What number are we
Number
on?
1.
I don't know what number.
Say again, Eric?
What number are we on here?
Oh, this. Oh, wait. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah.
Because I think I let off the Simpsons, didn't I?
Yeah. So yeah. Okay. Wait. No. Take that away. Get it out of your mind. We're going to take a break here, and instead of doing the poll tonight, since it was said we should catch up, I decided we're going to be doing the every night we'll take a break and we are going to vote, and we're going to finally do that season 2 bracket fight.
Mm-hmm.
Round 1, fight 1. All right, let me put this in because I like doing this. But round 1, fight. Okay, and this is the first pairing from season 2. Zoink. Okay, I froze. Fucking hell.
Oh, wow, we still see you. Where was I? Spectacle, fantasy, daring doing, never seen. A reading. Starring everybody and me. So while Anglantine is gone, I can talk about these chips that I have because he hates honey butter Lay's chips. Think about it. It doesn't sound like it might work, but it sounds but it tastes just like that butter from Logan's, like it's melted onto a roll. You know what I'm talking about.
Really?
It's astounding. It's
even on a potato.
Yeah, that butter is. And now he's back, so I didn't say anything.
Alrighty. What did you not say?
I didn't say anything. You don't know.
And he's down. I like that. Okay, here we go. One more time.
But now I want a bread.
Fight. Okay, there we go. And this is the pairing. The first, and it's from the first and the last of the season 2 shows, and we have Secret Wars issue number 10 versus Savage Sword of Conan.
Holy crap!
Issue number 1. Eric, you want to start off the voting?
Oh, picking one or the other?
Yep.
Yes.
Secret Wars.
All righty. How about you, Pixel?
I have to agree. That Conan is really nice, but look at that Doom. Look at him.
Doom and Schmerz.
Amy.
Oh. Have you ever tried having chicken nuggets with some kittens around? It's really challenging.
I've got kitten nuggets.
I've tried having kittens.
Wait, can I just say the same thing?
Yes, we did.
Goodness. Friendship. All right. What do you say, Amy?
Yoshin Spot. Oh.
It's the perfect blend.
No, they're both really cool. I think I like Conan a little better.
Good. You know what? Fuck it. Let's get this show shut down a little bit here, Eric. You mentioned it. I want to see it.
Žere hlavně prašáky, jmenuje se Jožin. Jožin spážin, močálem se plíží. Jožin spážin, k vesnici se blíží. Jožin spážin.
You know what even makes that better is since I finally did grow a beard.
No, right.
I realized, yeah, that looks uncomfortably like me.
There you go.
I got better hair.
I'm sorry, Amy. What was your vote?
Conan?
All right, we got one for Conan. We got one for Conan and 2 for Secret Wars. Pixel, not Pixel, but RDV.
Secret Wars.
Alrighty. I've got to agree with Amy. I'm voting Conan on this one. Let's see how everybody else voted. Alrighty. Round 1, fight. Not enough Pixel. We got Ding, and there's the bell for round 1. Secret Wars number 10. Doom, obviously, and Secret Wars number 10. So we got 3 right out the gate. And then we have 1 for Conan. And then Secret Wars again. And then Savage Wars, says MK. All right, we got, let's see, Secret Wars for Maranya, Conan for Jackson. And then we've got, all right, Secret Wars for MK. And then we have Secret Wars, tough choice, but Doom rules. Okay, I can see how this one's going. Eddie says Conan. And I can't believe I'm going to vote against Doom, but my vote is for Conan, says Dark Admiral Hare. Doom, says Undead Quinn. Got to go with Conan just by a hair, says Brian Stam. Let's see. I knew I liked Amy. We all like Amy. I'm giving a like for that Yoshin clip, says Eric and Boyd. What the F? RDV was into this whole thing, putting our faces on weird shit. By the way, that gets a copyright claim every time, so this video has stopped being mine.
Actually, that was actually recorded live.
Yes. When we were doing our Norwegian tour.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yes.
Russian, but yeah.
I feel like I'm having some flashbacks. Welcome to the face swapping videos. Hell of Eglantine and Eric Breen. Yeah, there are many more. He really went to town.
Shit. I don't know how to be. No crib on.
Love that shit. Oh goodness, we are children.
I should put a donkey in there.
Most definitely. Let's see. Eric has a beard now. Cool. Speaking of which, I have to shave. Been about a week, but it's itchy. Yeah, I hate.
No, it was about 3 months ago. MK.
Yeah,
all right. There's only Doom. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is 8 for Conan and 12 for Doom. So there you go. Demonetized. Yeah, it goes. It's going to go to somebody who's going to claim the music. That's what it happened.
I figured I'll go to either Yoshin or Spazin.
Yeah, either one. Yeah. So there you go. I mean, I guess if we're going to do that, then we can include, let's see, BREEN. We're going to be doing that all night. Okay, let's get back to the show, guys. Dr. Doom wins.
Nick, so have you never seen it?
No, I have seen these. I was going to say, I'm sorry, Englantine. The first time you disappeared, I started singing "Hey, a Movie," so Disney's after your ass too.
Oh yeah, we're doomed from the start. All right, let's get back to it. Eric's starting us back up, and once again, Tank Girl #1, dude.
No, it's not me. I let off the last one.
Yeah.
You let off the last one?
Yeah.
Okay. Pixel. Tank Girl #1.
Okay.
Oh, let me put the start in also.
Yeah, go ahead. So I've never read anything of Tank Girl for good reason.
The movie's good though. Check that out with Malcolm McDowell.
So I think, well, I actually saw that actress at a convention, but I think I get what it's.
Don't be shy.
I get what it's going for. Like that's fine. Yeah.
Meant to be loud, obnoxious, and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So 6.
6. Okay.
6.
Okay.
I gotta be fair to it.
It's meant to be crude.
I know.
Alrighty. How about you, Amy?
Will she go 2 or 1?
Here you go. It's I don't know. She's got a hat that's kind of interesting, I guess. It's kind of hard to figure out how you rate something like that. It's not a bad silhouette. I like the font.
It's supposed to be like in a dystopian world, I guess.
So it's kind of like Mad Max, I guess.
Yeah, like she's called Tanko. She drives a tank. So bazookas, crude humor for women.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, so if Mad Max and Harley Quinn had a baby.
I don't think it's a book I'd particularly care for, but I guess it's all right.
It's like a punk look.
I guess I could do 6, maybe.
Okay.
The ink is nice.
She's so tortured. I guess I'll go 6.
I love you, Amy. You're really looking for something nice to say about this, and it is like, so in character for you.
Now you know how Pix and I feel when we watch Batwoman. We're trying to find something good.
Yeah, you just want to say something good about it. RDV, what do you think?
It is obnoxious with the missiles. It is kind of crude. I do like the little bear down there.
He's funny.
The bandage on her nose. She has the little dagger in her boot and stuff. I never read this before too. I've seen like the interior stuff flip through, but I never really sat down and read it. But I guess it's supposed to be like before Harley Quinn, it was Tank Girl. I'll go 6 though. Yeah, it's
not doing.
It's shock and awe.
It really is. Okay, Eric.
I know what this book is trying to be, and I liked it better when it was Johnny Nemo. It does nothing for me. 6.
Alrighty, I gotta say, I did put this one up here. This was supposed to be the conversation piece. I wanted to get something. I saw it. I was like, yeah, Tank Girl, because she's got wild covers. And there were a whole bunch of almost indecipherable covers, or it's just her looking ugly. And I picked this out. It was done at the time. Madonna was wearing a big old cone bra. So this is a very timely cover. For those of you who may remember, not Maranya, goddamn, Madonna had the big cone bra on, and that's what this is making fun of. Take this out of that time, and it's just a girl with missiles taped to her boobs.
Yeah, it's like you're rebelling against, like, the norm. Yeah.
Well, what it is, in all honesty, and I don't hate the cover, in all honesty. I think for what's on the inside of this, it actually is very well represented. I don't mind the colors. I don't mind the way she is actually drawn. I like the bandages. She gets wounded. The initiate me bear, the knife, the missiles. In all honesty, this to me is the equivalent of somebody who laughs at their own jokes, like big time. It's the guy with the lampshade on his head trying so hard to get you to like it. And by the way, Tank Girl succeeds. What it's doing on the inside is what it's selling right here. It is pure chaos. This is a great representation of that. But I think that it's so trying to be edgy that it fails in that element. That being said, for what it is, the fact that it represents it well, I'm giving it an 8. I think at the very least, it does what its job is well. Glenzer says 7, Undead Quinn says 9. All righty. We've got a 7 for Baba Boom and a 5 from Eddie. And then we have a 7 from Ethereal and a 5 from One Slick saying, meh. All righty, a 10. This cover got me to buy this book. It was funny, seriously. Yeah, it is. Okay. 6 from Brian Stam. All right. And let's see. This should be Rocket Girl, not Tank Girl. Haha, she's a little pokey and has a crazy creepy teddy bear thing. Give it a 10. All righty. 5 from Dark Admiral Hair. Yeah. What were you saying, Eric?
That was Eric. I was asking who word comment was that? Was MK?
Oh, yeah, that was MK.
I don't even have to look at it. I'm just asking.
5 from Dark Admiral, and then we have it's a Manananda joke. Yes, I'm giving it a 7. Says Rhaegar. Let's see. Jackson gives it a 5. All right. Let's see. We have Jamie Hewitt also contributed to the animation of the gorillas. Yes. By the way, if you look at the side of her face, you can actually recognize the album cover.
The profile. Yeah.
Yep. I'm embarrassed for Melissa, and she's not even here. You think Melissa would like this one?
Oh, no.
Yeah, probably not. Tank Girl number 1, reminiscent of Love and Rocket's art style, grunge art for what it's going for style-wise. This is a Tank 8. All righty. Tank Girl and Harley Quinn are the personality. By the way, the title of my very successful comic book origins of Tank Girl is titled Before There Was Harley Quinn, There Was Tank Girl. I think it's funny you guys are mentioning this. Let's see. Don't dare besmirch Mad Max comparing this graffiti to the cinematic classic. It's not even a bad cover. No, it isn't. This is the Gorillaz creator. Yes, it is. Exactly parody of Madonna's missile bras. I ranked it lower because I just dislike the character design. I wonder if Maranya ever wore one of those. Well, according to I Love Comics, he's mentioned it twice. Maranya had code. No. Okay, no. Dr. Silverage gives the 10 for the go-go check boobs. All right. Wait, do you know that for sure?
You know Dr. Silverage.
Yeah.
Yeah, his goal in collecting is to get all the books with go-go checks.
Go-go checks. There you go. You
Yes.
got to tell them about this one, yeah.
Oh.
All righty. I work with a lot of women that laugh at their own jokes. Am I in danger? Yes. You have to laugh with them or they will kill you. The less funny the joke, the harder you have to laugh. Now, if you point while laughing, they will kill you. If you laugh too quiet, it will annoy them, and they will kill you.
We have a list posted
Right.
somewhere.
This has been a public service announcement. Okay, let's get
Public
the stop.
service announcement.
More service announcement.
Let's see what this one. Oh, funny! God dang it! I'm gone again, aren't
No, I can see you.
What for you?
Uh-oh.
It'll be spectacle.
Oh, that's weird.
3,
It's done it every time when he goes.
2, 1. God.
Oh, that's some good timing.
Bong.
It's not a good timing. He should have stayed.
It's good timing when he's gone. Hey.
Well, I just mean to say that you're able to call and it disconnected down to the second.
Yeah, like I said, this was supposed to be outlandishly obnoxious covers. At least this one is.
And it
crude.
is.
It's 9. Is this 90s crude? Yeah, it's early 90s, 94 probably, 95.
She has cute shoes.
Like I said, it was like a punk attitude kind of like thing. The movie was interesting though. You might like the movie.
Yeah.
What was the one with the kangaroos?
I didn't know bees had testicles. That's all.
There was. Hey, what was that
Oh,
movie?
what?
Hey,
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm talking to Gil.
what was the movie with the talking kangaroos?
Kangaroo Jack.
No, not that one. Was it Virtue? Or
Oh,
something?
the Warriors of Virtue.
Virtue.
Yeah.
I watched that one and I watched this movie and I was like, "What's the difference?" They're both so
Okay. So this is what we got. We've got 4 5s, knocking out the 3 10s and the 1 9. So we've got 5 6s, taking out those 2 8s, but that leaves 2 7s. So Tank Girl is a 7. All
There
right.
you go.
We're ranking girls now. Oh.
Yes. Yes, we are. Always. We're guys. That's what we do. Zoink.
Then Pixel's a 6.
I
I mean,
cannot
5.
believe y'all rank Tank Girl over Scud. I just don't get
Hey,
it. All right,
hey,
that's Pixel. Hey,
It's
Amy, this one's a little bit more detailed.
It's a family-friendly
Oh.
show.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, we're going to look at a cover from the very first series ever painted by Alex Ross. It's called Terminator Burning Earth, and this is cover number 4.
Pixel, next time I see you, gotta have one of those green visors on and have like a cigar in your mouth. You look like those bookies in the office.
This is pretty wild. It looks like a video game cover or something like that. What am I looking at here? There's a lot of shapes.
This is the
Wow.
the
This
Terminator.
is
Yeah.
yeah.
Supposed to be the future.
Ah, well,
Yeah, it's the robot war in the future. You got the hunter killers at the top, the tank. All of these are Terminators you're looking at.
If you've ever-
okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you've seen the movie, you recognize this. But
And this was by, what did you say? It was Alex Ross?
Alex Ross, this is his first series.
yeah,
Really?
now comics.
Oh, wow. He improved a lot over. Well, I mean, everybody improves with practice, and it's kind of amazing to see that he's no exception. But it's so cool, right? It's got kind of a vintage sci-fi effect going on. It's sort of whimsical. I like it. This is neat. It has its problems. I'm not going to say it's perfect, but it's a lot of fun, and I really do. Oh, who am I kidding? It's awesome. I'll give it a 10.
All right. Okay, RDV, what do you say?
Looks like one of those guns that tells you how many rounds are left in it. Little numbers under there.
Yeah.
It's so weird though. It's like Terminator, the burning Earth. So I'm like, but I guess those are the Terminators behind there with the glowing red eyes.
Yeah.
I just and you have a character because you see it's a woman obviously, or a really effeminate boy,
Or it's a female Terminator.
or it could be Pixel holding a gun. But, it's just weird. Like I said, I would prefer if you just had the actual Terminator on the cover by itself. I'm gonna give it a 6. It's just I'm just not feeling it, man. It's like a manga-esque.
All righty. How about you, Eric?
I guess this is my first non-situational 10 of the night. I just like it.
Yep.
All right.
There you go.
Sometimes you just got to look and go, that's freaking cool. I'm giving it a 10. Yeah, and that's what's going on here. You got basically, this is the robot army in their last effort. The Burning Earth, if you guys have not read it, is the story of how they get into Skynet and send John Connor back to the past. That's this story. It is absolutely fan-freaking-tastic.
You mean Kyle Reese?
What did I say?
John Connor?
Did I say John? Yeah, it's John Connor sends Kyle Reese. Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It is a great freaking story. And it is the movie we wish we got as Terminator 3. Yeah, and this right here, it's a 9 for the rendering alone, for the painting alone. But then you add in the 100 killers, you add in the Terminators in the back, the arm holding the gun, the detail on the gun. It's a 10, easily a 10. All right, so who am I missing?
Me.
Pixel. Okay.
I wish I could agree. I think that the background is messy with everything there. It's far too busy. I can't clearly make out what those are supposed to be back. I guess that's supposed to be a facility, but it is this silvery muddled mess. Yes, the detail work on the arm and the gun, that's great, but her shoulder's up here. There's no hair or anything, so I'm wondering, is she bald in the butt? Is that what's happening? It's
bald in the butt?
No,
might have a ponytail.
Yeah.
Like there should be some kind of like I should be able to see like some of her hair at least because that's her shoulder, like right here. If she's at an angle, I should be able to see that. This is a mess. Alex Ross is a fantastic artist, but this is just not a good cover.
Oh, I gotta say this about the girl. If you've seen Aliens, the one that wears a bandana, her hair short. Maybe, but it's still like with this, it's just not working for me. The only reason I know it's a
5.
The only reason I know it's a girl because it has a bigger pec than a guy.
Yes, I can tell that. That in
Alrighty, let's
one more than you have senses.
Maybe it's Halo. Poor Halo.
All right, so let's see. Undead Quinn says 5. Glinzer says 6. All right. One. Baba Boom says 8. Oh, this is not a video game. This is survival. 9. And then we get a 7 for material. So we get a 7, an 8, and a 9.
I was gonna say it for this is you're saying this is Adam Hughes. He greatly improved from this.
No,
Alex Ross.
Alex would.
Hey, you did what I usually do.
Hey,
and then we get a 7, 8, and 9 for material. Brian and Eddie saying 9. That's far as I go.
Yeah, these painted covers, I never cared for them. It looks like a manga cover.
Then we have, I think Alex Ross shows up a couple times. I don't know. I know he did last night. Jackson says 9. Eric says 6. I want to like this more, but the details are not good to me. All right. So we got a 9 and a 6.
I agree with you, Pixel. Yeah, it's like if you've never watched a movie, everything's so muddled together, you can't tell what it is. It's like a bunch of metal.
Yeah, okay. Maranya says Burning Earth 4, a storytelling cover that is well rendered, grim and dark, which evokes a dystopian future well. Score a Terminator 10. And then we've got 7 to static Terminator covers are better with action. All right. And then we have It's an Existential Crisis, the Battle for Humanity. The Dark Admiral says 9. And NK says 10. It's Terminator and Alex Ross. It's a machine posing as a female. More accurately. So we got a 9 and a 10.
She's cold-hearted, and she will not make you sandwiches.
She is a cold-hearted snake. She keeps telling lies.
With this position, it looks like it should be connecting to other covers. Honestly.
I wonder if it is.
Fun fact, one of the covers for this series was a prototype for Alex Ross rendering of the original Human Torch in Marvels. Let's see, John Connor, the man who was disrespected in the last movie. Oh, come on, it was the boy who was disrespected.
Rager, I do like that.
Dan Allen says 5.
But the actual movie covers are better than this.
Alrighty, can you do the video game cover rankings soon so I don't have to hear about them anymore? No. Let's see. Let's
The
get
next
this
3 weeks
down.
will be video game covers, okay?
Say again.
The next 3 weeks, every single night will be video game covers just for
Oh,
Eric
there
and
you go.
Boyd.
Yes, of course. Let's see. I think that actually after we do the video game covers, we'll hear about the more video game covers that we should be doing. Okay, but this one, we've got 6 10s, but we've got 3 5s and 3 6s. Let's move up a spot, and we've got 3 7s and 5 9s. Just so happens we've got 2 8s. This drops to an 8. Alrighty.
Terminator was a movie made today that would be twerking. Megan Thee Stallion is a Terminator. I don't know.
You know, everybody comes up with these nightmare situations that would have happened if movies were made today, and all I got to say is accurate. Very, very accurate. Yes.
No. I
Okay,
was say they wouldn't be made today. No.
That was Amy. Eric, are you okay?
He's just coughing.
Here.
I hope you're all right, man. That was Amy. So RDV, I honestly can't believe you get this cover, but it is so apropos. It is she, number 1.
Oh, pretty.
Wow. Golden Jones Yokum. Okay. So okay, this isn't the other one I'm thinking of. With what's the artist or writer's name? The one I'm thinking of is Chi, right? CHI.
SHI.
No, they're the creator. It was I forgot his name, but he's a big indie guy.
Billy Tucci.
Yeah, was he working? They don't see him listed on this. It must be him letting someone else write it, which is kind of crazy. I'll go with an 8.
All righty.
Oh,
It's a pinup cover. That's all it really is.
It's a very well rendered pinup cover. All right. How about you, Eric? What do you say? Or are you able to say?
8.
Okie dokie. And Pixel.
I'm gonna go one above that. I think it's a 9. I think it's done really well. I like the detail work, and the outfit is killer. Yeah, 9.
Yep.
All righty. Yeah, he's just dealing with his Asian fetish. Let's go with Amy.
Yeah, it's very pretty. I always like seeing a different kind of medium used, and this is kind of a nice brush technique. I'm not sure about the huge pom pom on the sword in the background, but maybe you know the character.
That's not a pom pom, but okay.
That's a mop.
No, those are weapons.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mops can be weapons.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway.
Just wet and squish right in the face, and everybody's so embarrassed they have to leave.
Wow.
But I do like the way the fabric's rendered. The brushwork is nice. I love seeing something done a little different, and it's a nice drawing. And I like the reflected light on the back. That's pretty cool. You don't see that very much. So I'll give this a 9.
Where are organs though?
I'm going straight up 10. The only problem I see, and it's a very small nit to pick, because I'll bet you most people didn't notice until I'm mentioning it. There's no shadow cast, but the light is almost going at her straight on. It's kind of on a little bit of an angle. So at the very, I guess, if you're not showing the wall that's in front of her, you wouldn't see her shadow completely, but you would still get a little bit of it in the yellow. Like I said, a nit to pick. Otherwise, the lighting on her absolutely works.
You know, it's funny. Rhaegar brings a herbal essence. This looks like he took it from a woman that was posing in a shower.
As a matter of fact, I think I'm wrong. I don't think the lighting. Hey, Elizabeth, you're a colorist. Come and look at this cover and tell. I'm about to say something here. You could tell me if I'm right. At first, I thought the light was hitting her straight on, but I think the light source is actually that yellow square, and that's why we're seeing the shading on her on this side of the body more. What do you think?
Yeah, I can see that. It looks like her face and her body have different light sources.
Yeah.
There's a light on her face.
Like it's coming down straight, like almost she's taking a shower of light. Yeah. What would you rate this? 1 to 10. 1 being god awful, 10 being super awesome.
A 7.
A 7. So for 7, that's good. Not very good, not bad, not medium. Yeah, good. Okay. I'm going to mark that down. Thank you. So there you go. That's my daughter's take. And I'm telling you right now, if you guys have not seen it, my daughter is one of the greatest colorists I've ever seen.
Oh, that's awesome.
So, yeah, the pose reminds you of the 90s. They had the Sports Illustrated swimsuit editions where they're standing behind the shower outside in the bikinis. That's what it looks like. He just took the idea from that.
Alrighty, let's see. So we should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who am I missing? Oh, wait, I didn't.
But if she's putting her hair in a ponytail, that's a weird pose stance.
You said 9, right? And
yes.
Amy said 9. So okay, that's what I was missing. Okie dokie. Alrighty, 2, 4, 6, 8 from Ethereal Dragon. And it says number 3. Did I say 2? I think I saw the $ 2, and I said 2. Glinzer says 8. Alrighty. MK says, can you imagine if Back to the Future being made today, the whole Marty and his mom story would be wiped out? Probably so. Let's see. Dark Admiral says 8. And Baba Boom says 8. And what are we getting? He was hanging for EVS for a while. I can't imagine he is these days. Not a lot of people are. Same. 8, says Eddie. Let's see. Rhaegar says 8. So does Eric and Boy.
Hi. He just paused.
He's gone. Oh, why? Oh, why?
He's gone. The light on the back of the picture seems to be really cool toned. So I would kind of assume it might be something like moonlight.
And also because I was thinking about this because I remember when we were talking about Archie covers and we got to number 50, which was obviously a pinup cover. There's a difference between something like that, which I still personally, as a man, enjoy. And this is very classy, and she's wearing less than Betty was in that book, but it's very classy.
Undead Quinn says 9. It reminds me of Vogue. One Slick says 8. Billy has better covers than this. Says
she reminds you of Elektra.
Let's see. I'm thinking of better sheet covers I've seen. This ain't bad. Sheet number 3, typical 90s good girl pinup cover. There's just enough background to set the scene. Score sheet 10. Let's see. It's a wig. 1090 gives me those 90s L'Oreal orgasmic shampoo commercials. I forget the name, but you just said it. He gives it a 10. All righty. 8 from Jackson Royker. And let's see. The light is on outside the wall. Yeah, that's what we figured. Shit. Gosh darn it. No, you're not that one. Not God damn, and it's stuck now. God dang, I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair. I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair.
I thought he was making a perverted joke. That's why I didn't say it.
And chase my blues away. All right, that's South Pacific, by the way.
Gonna have show tunes stuck in your head now.
Yeah, I will have. We actually did a cabaret kind of show with skits from different plays and such, and I was part of the Nothing Like a Dame choir, and I got to be the towel boy in the.
I'm sure you were the towel boy.
Best little whorehouse in Texas. 21 miles until we get to heaven. That one, yeah. There we go.
I'm in hell right now.
Yes, it was a surprise to find out. But yes,
save me a seat, Venkman.
I know, right? It is true that is sad that the male B basically he just lives to have one orgasm and he's dead.
There you go. Okay, let's see. Let's get the stop here.
If you think about it,
I would comment on how gay this show suddenly is, but I am fighting a boss.
He's one and done.
All right, let's see. We've got 1 7 and we've got 3 10s and 3 8s and we've got what is that? We've got no, we got 3 10s, 3 9s, and 11 8s. This is an 8, guys. Alrighty. Boom. Should have been higher. Should have been higher, but there we go. Alrighty, and that was Amy, or RDB. So we're back around to Eric. And you get the 10th book of the night, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, number 12.
Whoa, bro.
Theoretically, if I let off the first one, I should be getting the 11th book. So if somebody hasn't gone twice yet, probably you.
Oh, no, that's me. Yeah, this is me then.
Glad I could help.
Alrighty, for Turtles number 12.
Wait, which turtle is that? Yeah.
The green one. He's holding the size, so that's Raphael.
Are you sure?
All right. So what we're looking at is a whole bunch of dead hand members, a couple of guns, bullets, and blood all over the wall. The well-rendered wall, by the way. Some of the windows are blown out and cracked. Raph is not looking good. He is looking rough. Goodness gracious. I dig this, man. I'm giving it a 9. I like the lighting. I like the lighting on Ray. Good shadow behind him. Yeah, good stuff. Give it a 9. What do you think, Eric?
Why are the walls bleeding?
I think it's because, like if you look to the right, that big old blood stain is actually of a hand member that got shot and slid. You can actually see the slide marks. This is cool.
I'm going to go one better. I'm going to guess 10.
All righty. And how about you, Pixel?
I don't like being the contrarian tonight, but I have to agree with Undead Quint. He went from a 6, but the longer I stare at it, I feel that it's actually just a 4. This does not feel
you think this is a bad cover?
Look, listen. The walls done well, yes, and I love the dark, the dog shadow. No, the black and white outline to do a shadow. I love that. I do. All those techniques are fine, but this isn't making me want to read the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles book. I mean, it's not. But he looks beat to a pulp, and
yes,
that's not intriguing to me. If you want to have a
hero
in peril, there are better ways to do it. We look at Marvel books all the time that do it in a way that you're like, oh no, what's happening to our beloved hero?
Okay, well, let me ask you something. You said this is a bad cover. Okay, I'm going to argue this shit. I'm not arguing. I'm going to argue everything, not just you, but everybody who might give this it's a bad cover.
It's a 4.
What you're telling me is that's a poorly rendered turtle. Those are poorly rendered guns. The chains look bad. The windows look bad. The guys on the ground don't look like guys on the ground. The art itself
of it either. No,
the art itself is just bad. Like this is an objectively bad, like nothing looks like it should cover.
Nothing's objective. Don't be that way. I just don't think it's a good cover. A good cover. It's not. To me, it's not. It's a 4.
Okay, maybe you said nothing's objective, and I get it. Art is subjective, but no, there is objectively bad art. Rob Liefeld is objectively a bad artist. He never took art classes. His perspectives are off. He actually has sight lines that don't work. There are certain the covers look.
I like his art. I don't think it's bad.
I'm going to go ahead and say, to that degree, this is the perspective of this one isn't enticing you towards it. It's not going ahead and bringing him into focus. He's hiding there when there's nowhere to hide, and it's just I don't like it. I really don't.
He's not hiding. He's
you know what I mean.
He's out and now he's got guns pointed at him, and he's gearing up for a battle.
I don't.
He's gearing up to get shot.
He's fixing to get shot.
Which, by the way, in the first couple of issues of the Turtles, they do establish that they are somewhat bulletproof. Okay, so you give it a what again? 4?
A 4. Yeah.
All righty. Let's
Don't like it.
see,
Sorry.
4 and RDV. Or I'm sorry, Amy. What do you think?
Oh, here we go. Let's see. We have a pirate turtle, and the wall's nice. Everybody knows foot soldiers are robots, so they need to work on that.
Okay, in the comic book, they're not robots. In the cartoon where kids are watching, they're robots. So,
But in the later comics, they were actually robots too.
Oh, they changed them to robots in the later books.
Yeah.
Robots.
Robots.
Why is he a pirate?
He's not a pirate. I don't see where you're
It's
seeing
an eye patch by his eye. What are you talking
No
about?
mask.
Yeah, he
It's
is wearing
an
an
eye
eye
patch.
patch. He is.
Oh, but he would look so much better with a hat. Okay. I think it is. It's got the cool spotlight effect, and the foreground elements are neat. I would have liked something better with the colors. But it's okay. I think I'll give this. Student. Well, I still like turtles though. I'll give it a 9.
All right. Let's see. RDV.
It's a 4.
You're out of your phone.
It looks depressing. This is not any of the stuff that I grew up with. Like I said, I have no emotional attachment to violent turtles. If I want to do that, I'll just go watch Wolverine, or read Wolverine books.
Wolverine is not a violent turtle.
he's a midget.
Ronin is, and some of those covers are really awesome.
I'll be right back.
Like I said, it's just depressing. It's I don't care to see this stuff. It's as you said, it's not my cup of tea.
Okay, reimagine the gun as a birthday cake.
Okay.
How about I reimagine the turtle actually kicking ass?
Children of the 90s.
I want to see it. I want to see the hero kicking ass, not getting his ass kicked. That's
what happens inside the book.
Yeah,
Heroes are always getting their asses kicked on the cover.
Where are the other brothers? Why is he singled
For
out?
all of you poor children of the 90s, especially the late 80s, early 90s, this is far better than those cartoons you watched, okay?
Nope.
Just saying, these are so immensely better than the cartoons.
Yeah, but that cover is way better than the one that we just looked at.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
The one
that looks like the evil turtle. It doesn't even look like it. It looks like the one from
Yeah,
the movie.
I don't know
the mutated one.
I don't know who that is.
It's supposed to be Raphael with a side, but he's not wearing a headband. But he's
Yeah.
got an eye patch. You know.
Goodness. I just don't know. Alrighty, so RDV gives it a 4. Obviously I like it better.
You can like it, yeah, go ahead. Like you said, that's you. I would not want to open this book up. I would be like, no.
All right, let's go to the chat.
If he looks like he was kind of defiant and like he's getting ready to fight.
That's what he's doing.
It's Raphael.
He's not cowering. He's tired. He's wounded.
His eyes are closed as the guns are getting ready to shoot him.
Needs more duckies and bunnies.
Not. Yeah.
All right. You know what? By the way, yes, we disagree, but I love this because it's not all 10s. 6 from Undead Quinn and 4 from Baba Boom. What is it you say, Eric? They've lost 2 of their senses. Or they only have,
Undead Quinn actually went down to a 4 after. Like, if you look
ridiculous. Let's see. 8. Look at the shadow, says Glinzer.
Everything could use more duckies and bunnies.
That is the truth of the matter. 4 from Undead Quinn, 10 from Dark Admiral.
And I know just what I would do with him to Pixel if I
6 from Eddie.
It's a turtle about to die.
Let's see. Pixel doesn't like it. Of course he doesn't. Here's the thing, and I'll tell you, if you haven't noticed, if I like it, he don't like it.
Well, I'm going to say this.
That's been the way all this time. He waits for my score and goes, sucks. 7 from American Boyd, 9 from One Slick Dude, saying, not TMNT fan, but the detail on this are incredible, and the color palette for this is damn near perfect. 7 and 9.
So, Eric, the first Turtles in these books here, these were high-selling books?
Yes.
So why did they go away from this then? the comics then?
Because they made a deal for a whole fucking bunch of money to get
exactly.
That's it. They figured it actually, if you read the history of it, they knew that this had potential to sell toys, to be a cartoon, the whole 9 yards. So when they did sell it, they lightened everything up so it would be okay for you little you little street urchins.
Like the whole thing I said, we've seen covers with heroes on the brink of death before, and there are better ways to handle it. There are better poses that you can do. This does not look like something that I'd want to see.
This feels like Todd McFarlane's Spider-Man with going against the lizard and just dying.
No, it is not that bad.
Yes, it is.
Okay, let's see. 10 for 10. Rafe is the best. Turtle looks awesome. The guns in the forefront, the bullet holes in the hole, the windows. It's all awesome. MK. All right. Let's see. 4 from Rhaegar. Ready. And then we've got Maranya. TMNT, the detailed cover could easily go toe-to-toe with 90s covers from the big two and take them out. Colors enhance the usual line art. This sells the book like a cover should. Scored at 10.
So who are the people with the guns? Because they're not shooting at him.
That's me and Pixel. We're killing this.
There's
killing this cover.
I'm not into TMNT, says Eric and Boyd, but this is pretty cool. This is bad. I'm with RDV, says Dark Admiral. Some people say Kirby was objectively bad. Pixel's opinion is right for him.
What if he was holding a puppy?
If you look at
exactly, TMNT image is not well liked. There are tangents where the yellow light hitting the broken glass makes it look like a continuation of the brick wall into where the window is. It looks like rebar or something with the glass, like it's reflecting the light, I guess. Yeah.
Use a green. A green would probably look somewhere.
I don't like it. And fuck you, Eric and Boyd. Because I know that entire goddamn song. God damn it. No.
Look, Raphael didn't tip the pizza delivery guy, and he's not taking it well.
Oh no.
I took care of it while I was stuck, so you guys don't have to sit through that. That turtle cover's got more pushback from E than when Amy gave a 2 score to Doctor Strange number 12. Well, because I know Amy's morals. But yes, the thing is she did admit that it was a well-rendered cover, but she didn't like it what it was rendering, the skeletal remains of Doctor Strange.
And that's kind of how I feel with this. I feel with Amy like that. I don't like what it's rendering.
I admit it. I love the technique. One of my favorite techniques is that black and white, that white outline to make it.
Oh, it's a brick?
The shadow.
Okay, 5 4s knock out 5 10s. We're working on 2 6s and 1 7, knocking out those 3 9s. We've got 2 8s, so this goes to the 8s. All righty. Zoink.
I understand.
And
I would. To me, it would have been much better if you actually had Raphael kicking ass and actually stabbing people and stuff.
Oh, this was me. This was me. So it's back to Eric this time. All righty. And Eric, what do we got for you here? Oh, hold on just a sec.
I don't think the guys in the foreground are bad guys, though. I think they're there to try and help Raph.
Well, by the way,
have the one pointed at the turtle.
This is a.
They have fired, but they haven't hit him yet.
Maybe they killed the hand with the shot with the guns.
Maybe.
I mean, I think they probably went to fight all the foot soldiers, and then Raphael. That would have been a lot of noise, right? So he's kind of like, but they didn't hit him. So I think since we're talking about adding duckies and bunnies, then that's probably Usagi and Ace Duck. I don't know why.
I'll just say it.
Okay, so continuing.
Oh, sorry.
It is a messy cover, but the inside is even worse.
And okay, so continuing, Eric, you've got this one. It's one of my favorite 90s series. I've got the compendium to it. Not the compendium, but I guess it would be an omnibus these days. It is Bone number 43.
Oh.
Are you trying to get me to leave?
I know, right? Every cover is not a cover that of something you've read that you've gotten so far. But anyway, come on. I'll lead off on this one if you don't want to.
I'll lead off on too.
I guess these are two windows side by side, but Bone's in both of them.
No, Bone is actually in the middle. He's walking by one of the things. What you're seeing is Phony Bone and Smiley Bone and Rose. The reason I picked this cover is I thought the perspective was interesting. I guess I'll lead off. Why I picked this cover to be judged is once again, I don't want pose covers all the time. They look awesome, but I want things that you got to talk about, that you got to look at and see the artistic value in. Like I said, don't just be the first one out. You're not winning any contests by putting a low score on a book you haven't looked at. But the perspective of this, the angle, the colors, everything, that's why I picked this, is because it just does not look like a cover you see on Marvel and DC Comics. This can only exist on an independent comic book. As we're seeing them walk through this town, and somebody in the cathedral here is watching them as they walk by. But there you go. That's why I chose this. I think this is an excellent cover. I'm giving it a 10. Your turn, Eric.
See, I look at this and I just see leftover Pogo characters.
Actually, he did design a lot of it based on the Pogo.
I kind of figured. I guess for what it's supposed to be, it's not knowing anything. I would say, why are there two bones on the cover? But and I wouldn't have. Yes, I don't know. I'm just going to default back to my 8 when I don't have a frame of reference.
All righty.
You know what this cover needs? Duckies and bunnies.
Yes.
Swear to God.
It needs something to tell me what exactly this is.
You don't know what
I just told you what it is.
No, I'm saying the cover needs it, not just you. If you were to explain it, it means it's a bad cover.
Yeah, if you're not standing next to VENKMAN at the LCS,
how can you not see what it is by looking at it? That's why I'm telling people you got to look at the covers. That's the whole point of this freaking show.
It is my turn.
It is your turn.
Okay.
The thing is, I think that it's done well. The two shadowed windows, but it's something about its position. It almost looks like we're supposed to be like a figure.
Fine, fuck it. Next time I'm going to do pose covers all day. Okay, that's going to be it. Go on ahead. I'm sorry for picking out covers that you got to look at. All right, go on ahead.
I'm sorry you're going to be grumpy because people don't like your shit. Okay?
Exactly. It's not that it's not like it. It seems like they're not being looked at. They're not actually being checked out. It's just like, no, 3.
All right.
Okay.
Well, aren't we ranking these on if we buy the comic or not?
I've always liked the look of Bone. I still need to read Bone. I haven't. I have planned to, but I haven't yet. But I do like the style. I like all that. The thing is, it's a cool idea, but it does look like we're supposed to be looking down, but it's not quite clear on that. It's just because of where they are. It just seems like they're walking across the staircase that's just by that window. It's I gotta.
Okay, look at it. Look at the cover. Look at it and tell me what you see.
I did. I see.
No, you didn't. Tell me what you see.
I see Bone with a figure and two smaller bones walking by them in a dark, not a dark alley, in an alleyway. We are in a building looking through two windows. That's how we get to see them. And this figure,
so what does this tell you?
I'm speculating. I just said it looks like we're supposed to be looking down and something is looking at them, not just us.
The comic book cover tells a story. It tells you, and a lot of the stuff, if you look at the comic book covers, a lot of them tell you the story of what they're supposed to be. The one that really got another one that got slammed. All right, we're looking at this one. This one got slammed. Okay, fine. It's a little messy on top. What does it tell you?
There's a person holding a gun, and there's people with 4 glowing eyes.
Yeah, there are Terminators.
In all honesty, I think that is a lot of what goes into. That's about as deep as a lot of the grading goes. This tells you that the humans have actually gathered their forces. They're coming in. The Terminators know this, and they have mounted a defense. That's the story that's going on here. That's the base behind them. The Terminators are a wall waiting to be attacked. Every one of these covers tells a story. It's more than just you know.
Okay, guys, I'm going to say something.
Go on ahead.
Okay, the Terminator cover, I gave a 10 to because I understood what's going on. I've got a frame of reference. You're looking at this cover as someone who has read every issue of Bone.
Right.
I'm looking at it as someone who hasn't read a page. So I see a little dude looking at the people looking in the window and another guy following Little Red Riding Hood miscolored. And that's okay, but it doesn't, there's no reason for you to get bent out of shape because I have no frame of reference and I'm just trying to put something together without knowing, because you know what's going on because you've read the book. Not everybody has.
Decade, but yeah.
So that I said that's not, that doesn't make anybody that gave it a snap judgment a bad person. That doesn't make you.
I didn't say anybody was a bad person.
Well, you know what I'm saying, but you were starting to get.
Time and look.
Yeah, but okay, but like I said, I've given things 10s after 2 seconds because it makes an immediate impression. Not everything's going to, and if it's one of your favorites, that's okay.
Yeah, I agree with Quinn. I think this looks. If this was a splash page in the book, that works. They'd be saying something. It would be a good way to look at it for that. But if I'm looking at a cover to try to sell me, I want to read this comic. This one doesn't do it. And that's as someone who said I want to read Bone.
So what do you give this?
A 6.
A 6. All right.
It kind of makes me want to read it. Is that right? Proper English? But even though I still don't really know what's going on.
It's a great book. I think you'll enjoy it.
It's a fantastic book. Yeah.
Now it's that whole genre is like I said, like that and like Gru and stuff like that. I've just never.
And by the way, look, if it comes across, look, yes, I want people to look at the covers, and I'll tell you one big reason why. I take a long time picking out these, trying to find things that'll get a conversation started. I stopped just does it look cool, because a lot of the ones that really look cool are the pose pictures. And yes, I do that because sometimes I'll stop on them and it'll be like, oh, okay, well, this is this and this is that and that, and that's what we're looking at. So I take a long time to pick these covers out. And it's like, it's kind of like, okay, what are we doing here if you're not looking at it and you're not taking in everything? So yeah, when it pops up and you give me a 4, when everything is rendered perfectly, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it because at least the art should be good, But now if you give me a 4 and you point out things or you tell me why, maybe okay, I take it. I'm like, okay, you looked at the cover, but yeah, and then maybe that's it. Maybe it's just I'm a little sensitive on that because I take a long time studying these covers to find the
and you know what you did tonight? You made a very entertaining show because this is much more fun than a 10 fest.
That is true. I mean, okay. There you go, guys. Are you enjoying the arguments? Let me.
I'm not entertained. I'm good enough.
I will not fake an argument.
Going as hell.
Yeah. Say again. I didn't hear you.
For that enough later.
Okay. I didn't hear you, dude. Okay, so
for VENKMAN.
Amy, it is your turn.
It is Amy.
Okay, I was actually trying to redraw the cover to see if I could do it from a more interesting angle. That's kind of interesting. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's get back to what we're looking at. I really do like the idea of this, and of course, Bone is one of my sister's favorite comics, so I'm going to go, yay, Bone! So I immediately have a good opinion of it. The colors are nice. I think that works. I think what would make this cool is if you could pull it back a little and maybe get a better scope of the environment, so you knew more about the world that was being looked out at. And then maybe if you could see like the figure of whoever's watching them, like that could be cool for framing, to have like kind of a large figure looking out these windows. And then maybe do something a little more dramatic with the flags and the things that are kind of crossing the environment. I think that could look really cool, but that might be outside of Jeff Smith's typical style. He usually does flatter planes, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. So I think this might be pushing kind of like his perspective for him, but that's cool too, because, you know, I like seeing artists try new things. But I really do like this. I think I should give it at least a 9, I would think, because it does try to do something in a very cool way, and Bone is very cool. I do kind of want to see bigger characters because I like characters, or maybe have the environment kind of more fully rendered out so you can see more of the world, or have the character in here like visible so you can see more about where you are, how you're viewing.
I think he doesn't show you who it is because there's a lot of for a book that looks very cutesy. This is very much a Lord of the Rings kind of thing, and there's mystery to it. And at this point, the book has gone from incredibly whimsy and it's on its way to being serious because we're rounding the corner. We're getting to the final battle. It's good versus evil at this point. And I think the mystery, and maybe Eric, by my saying this, Eric is dead on right. I know at least where we are in the story. And so Phony Bone looking up and having it be Phony Bone, who no matter what he sees, if he says it, people will be hesitant to believe him because he's a con artist. Having him see something worthy is more important than the hero who we don't see, and Smiley Bone. So I think that adds a little weight. All right, so you give it a 9, RDV.
2.
You are not serious.
No, I am serious. The guy looking at me is just me, but I look at it on the shelf and I just keep walking.
To be fair, this is from the man who hates Lord of the Rings, and you just compared it.
Yeah, I just compared.
It's just 3 random dudes walking through an alleyway. I've never read the Bone.
But okay, 6 from Glenzer or 5 from Eddie. All right, let's see, 5 from One Slick, and we got an 8 from Baba Boom saying he likes the concept. 7 from Undead Quinn. All right, we got 6. I read a couple issues of Bone, but this cover isn't selling it for me. And then we got 6. It is different. Let's see if anyone here remotely gets that reference. Salute. Wait, what? Reference? It is. I don't get that reference. Sorry. Bone 43. Love the idea of the reader looking through the window at the characters. Deceptively simple rendering and coloring. Trade dress fits the book. Scory Bone 10. All righty. Let's see. Basically, Spying Mysteries. Not a fan of this one at all. Give it a 3. You guys, I swear. Just the art alone, right? I don't know. I guess it's a horrible cover. This is legit a weird cover. It's 6 from Ethereal. I like beer. Can E please rank his favorite? O'Doul's. It's probably number 1. The worst that I ever had was, surprisingly enough, Bush. I just do not like that. Actually, I think if it wasn't O'Doul's, what was the non-beer? But in all honesty, my favorite beer is a beer called Singa beer. I mean, I hate it sucks. But it was the best I had. It was in Thailand.
Best of the worst?
Say again?
Best of the worst? If you don't like beers in general, I mean.
Yeah.
You notice it with fake beer?
Yeah, it's basically it. Yeah.
The companies that make
Dracula versus Spider. Say again?
So the companies that make the worst regular beer make the best near beer. I always found that to be odd.
And on the arguments. I liked Bone number 29 more. We are sending I Love Comics to the Shadow Realm. Some people rate things more strongly one way or the other, and that is fine. To be fair, when I did a more detailed analysis of Iron Man covers, he kept trying to cut me off and ask for a score each time. Anglantine, so make up your mind, please. Okay, yeah. I mean, honestly, we've gone on for a long time on these, but what that was about was trying to keep it going. Unfortunately, yeah, this hasn't been that kind of a night either. Genius 9 reminds me of a Cerebus cover. 6 from Rhaegar. Amy brings up great points.
Oh, thank you.
Forgot to rate it. Later one slick. Night one slick. Take care. Alrighty. Let's see. If the interior walls weren't black and we could see a hint of who or what it was looking outside, it probably would have gotten higher. Anglantine, they kept trying to sell us this tiger beer in Singapore, and it sucked. I agree. Because, yeah, they have the same thing in Thailand. Okay, that was Eric, right? And this one, or, yeah, there you go, Pixel.
Gen 13. I guess a 7? No, 6. It's a 6 for me. I think that it's not telling me I've never read this series either. So
it doesn't matter. You're telling. Okay, you know what? Never mind. I'm out. Okay, it's a 6. That is lame art. It is bland art. Seriously, like middle of the road.
It doesn't sell me on the book. I'm like,
go ahead. It's a 6. By the way, for arguing, I honor everybody's scores, but there you go. Okay.
I know. I just it's honor the score. It is to me.
Amy, what do you think?
I think I'll abstain from voting. This one's a little too obscene, but it is nicely painted.
RDV.
8.
An 8. Any reason?
It's like I said, it's I know what Gen 13 is, but like it's a home edge thing, so it's basically a pinup.
Yeah.
So and it's kind of clickbait for that reason.
Well, it's a painted cover, and that's there were a few of the Gen 13s to pick from. I was going to pick from the first thing I was going for was Janet Jackson cover, and then I saw this one, and the rendering of the sheets, the fabrics, is amazing on this picture.
Yes, that is true.
And this isn't a computer animation. This is a painted cover.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and it's of course the sheet, but even look at her and the way the shirt is acting, the way one side is higher than the other because her body's a little twisted. The hair, the individual hairs, like if you look at the front, it looks like it's all nice and decent. As it lays down, as it would, it pushes up and it becomes more of a bit of a nest.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, you can talk about, yes, it's a half naked woman if you want, but there is so much more to this. The shading, even.
Look at her eyes.
Yeah,
on the face alone.
Yeah, they're good. Then they're kind of a
smoky parted, a cigarette. So
the shading, the shading under the boobs is how the light would fall on it. There is so much more to this cover than just half naked chick. I'm giving it a 10. All right, Eric.
I was going to go 9. But then I saw the heater, so I got to make it a 10.
Exactly.
Now, I say again, I'm going to, I'm going to defend Pixel here for a second. I have read every issue of Gen 13,
okay,
even the bad ones, and I know this is a variant cover. And if you've never read it, you don't know this is Roxy. You don't know that this fits her character perfectly. I do, so it resonates more with me.
I mean, we were just talking about covers telling stories.
I said, a cover that would have probably gotten Pixel's attention without having ever read the book would have been the Pulp Fiction homage, because that's a recognizable thing on top of that. So, I mean, I can see where, it would resonate more with somebody that has this. This is the opposite of my bone argument. I didn't know there were more than one bone. until just now.
Yeah.
I still don't know who the little. I don't know who the little thing in the robe is in front of that. I have no frame of reference, but I do with this, and I can appreciate this cover more because not only can I look at it as face value, I'm familiar with the character, so that means more.
Right. Yep. And it is very nicely painted.
5 4s take out the 5 10s. We have 2 of the 2 6s taking out 2 of the 3 9s, 1 7 taking out, and we've got another 8 because the only thing left are 2 8s. Okay. Thank you, by the way, for pointing out that after all the back and forth, the bone didn't get ranked.
Oh
no. Okay, there you go. All righty. Let's see. And Amy, you chose to abstain from voting on this? Right.
Yeah. I don't
want to vote on everything around the young lady, or?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's a fine painting otherwise. I just would have to fault it for something, and I don't.
You know what? I am in the wrong, by the way. I got a little heated in the other arguments, with Pixel and such. Obviously, and yes, I kind of want people to rank. I mean, if the art is bad, okay, it's a 2, it's a bad cover, fine, I get it. But if it's great art and you still don't like the cover, at least you gotta rank the art as but that's my thinking, and I always say it's yours, so I apologize for being a little bit passionate tonight. Amy, if you find this cover obscene, rank it the way you feel, okay? And once again, I'll apologize to everybody else for giving a great show, but not being a good host.
Oh.
Yeah, you're fine.
I'm just surprised they weren't putting like stall shakers in the comments.
That's funny.
Actually was pretty good.
So what would you rank this? Art, include your morality if you want, okay? And that is not an insult or a drag.
Right. No, I mean, if I were to, I don't feel like I could honestly. There are certain things where I just feel it's being disrespectful, like blatantly disrespectful to women. And I can understand. And I'm not trying to, and I get it. A lot of people like things, whatever, but it crosses a line for me, and it's fine for some people. And I don't want to take away from that for the people for whom it doesn't bother. So, but otherwise it's.
How would you rate the art then?
I mean, like the anatomy of the body, or can you at least rate that at all? I mean, like it actually looks like a person, not a stick figure.
I mean, I do like the soft brushwork. It's kind of nice with that. It's just that they had to go a little too far. So yeah. But I would say it's well done otherwise.
Here's a good way to put it. Technically, it is a what rank?
What do I give it 2 rankings?
Yeah, just based on the technical aspects.
On the technique of it.
Yeah.
I guess the technique is fine. I don't see. I mean, I don't know how highly referenced it is, but I've never really been one to give people too big a hard time for using a model for reference, because when you're painting, you usually do. It's nicely painted. I'd probably, I guess in technique, I'd probably give it an 8. It has some anatomy issues.
Okay, so why don't I give it a 7? So we give it the technicality. We bring it down 1 for being.
Because I'm looking at her arm, how her arm is it's bended back.
Yeah, you're right. The more you look at that, the worse it gets.
Well, no, actually, I said I like the detail on it. You actually see the muscle and stuff. The fingers.
Some of the length,
like the arm that's holding the cigarette. You see the muscle. Is that what you're talking about?
I'm talking about the tendons and stuff you see in the arms. You see in your elbow.
Some of the proportions are a bit off. I guess if you wanted to put me down for something, you could put me down for what's 6?
I think
6 is average.
5 is meh, or 6 is is like slightly above it.
It's fine. I mean, from a technical aspect, I guess it's probably 7. If you're talking about the realm of, good, or artists who are actually capable.
So what's your thoughts? What's your thoughts on the Statue of David?
I mean, yeah, they're welcome to it.
Alrighty. Okay, so Darkness says 7. Hello to Darkness. Hello, Darkness.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, this was meant to be.
I agree with Rhaegar. I think we're safe to just move on. I think we're good.
7, 8, and 7.
Yeah. Like, the whole point of it is, like, obviously the 90s, the bad girl stuff. They were trying to sell pin covers to get people to buy stuff.
Thank you for this gift of laughs tonight, says Rhaegar. 9.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad everybody's having fun.
It reminds you of some of the anime.
You know what? Hey, look, it got a little hyper, but we're still friends, right? Pixel? Are we?
Wait.
Friends,
Pixel, get back at him by going to Universal.
I'm going to abstain too because she's showing her ankles. Let's see. It's said Gen 13 number 5. Did it?
It looks like Meg Ryan a little bit in the face.
Okay, then let's see. Maranya says Gen 13 number 1, typical 90s bad girl pinup cover, great rendering, but doesn't tell what's in the book. So technically a cover fail, but Technique pulls this up to a Gen 7.
Like I said, the variants, you weren't meant to know what's in the book. You're just buying it for the pinup. You're buying it for the cover.
I thought the bone got ranked under the bridge. Oh, fight. Salt, blurry line 5, says Undead.
But the way I rank stuff is based on, does it make me want to read the book?
It does.
Boy, does it. Can we move on? Hello, it sells prom book, not comic friends. You guys, yes, of course. Something seems off with her lower right leg, and I'm not sure how the cover cuts it off. Okay.
Yeah, it has problems.
Wow, we did not get a lot of votes on that one.
I think most people went bed.
Maybe, but no, actually, people talked about it, but nobody voted. Okay, so we'll move on then, and this one is 1516. Knocking out those 2 10s, 1 9 getting knocked out by 4 7s, but actually so does those 3 or 2 8s.
We just got a 7 from Dan Elvin.
Oh, okay, a 7 from Dan Elvin. That actually just enforces the 7. This goes to the 7s. Wow, I'm actually surprised.
And we just got a 10.
Oh, and a 10.
Rhaegar.
Let me see if that changes things. 1 5.
Or no, he says undead. Or the dead undead gave.
It's just no. He's making a joke.
Oh, okay.
7. I find the cigarette in bed offensive.
You have to be careful.
One thing we learned tonight is how passionate English is regarding independent covers. I respect that.
Mm-hmm.
The dead voted and graced this thing a 10. Huh.
You know what? You know the thing I was most impressed by a minute ago? Amy made me feel like a perv, but she did it in perfect English. Grammatically correct. Yes. I can't get mad at that.
Yeah, it's right. Like...
one...
No, I didn't mean like that.
4, so,
that was a bit, Amy, 100%.
It's okay. It still stays in the 7, so that was Pixel. Amy, you get a. I don't think this one's going to go over either because it's one where you got to look at it. Okay, I'm telling you, there's stuff that's going on in this cover, but it's Astro City and it is issue number 4.
Oh,
Amy, this one's yours.
Is this one mine?
Yep.
Oh, this is really cool. How in the world is this? No. So this must have been. Was this before they were doing digital separation a lot, or was that
this
something?
Was late 90s, obviously. Yeah, late 90s, not early 2000s, but late 90s.
Huh. I mean, because you would look at that and just assume they did the layering digitally. Did he blend it?
I don't know. It's but it's Alex Ross, and he usually paints things. So.
Oh, this is gorgeous. Yeah. I like the ways. You can see the hand against the glass and the little
fingers
spots. That's really cool. But the character who's flying up, she's at a good angle. She looks like she's being viewed from the correct angle, like upward from how you're viewing down, like it feels like a reflection.
Yeah, they're in a bus. She's not in a car. She's in a bus, and that's why you got the person behind her. And one thing I liked about this, because there were a lot of pose covers, but one thing I liked about this was that not only are you getting her reflection, and of course you got the guy coming in to look up at the superhero, but you also have the reflection on the bottom part. You have the reflection of the people in the street. So he remembered that, you know, this is a living city. It's not just the woman
living city.
Living Astro City.
Sorry.
All right. Yeah.
But that is true. The amount of reflected light and things that are in here, it's almost dizzying. But that makes it look oddly realistic and not like something you would normally pick out for a cover shot, because it adds a lot of information. But it all seems to make sense, and it all kind of seems to back up that idea. Yeah, it's got great shapes, and it's just a really interesting piece. And I think that the best part of this are these two background guys. I don't know, there's something about their faces that are almost like Gorman Rockwell. It's very cool.
So what do you score this? What would you score this?
I like this. I'd give this a 10.
All righty. And RDB.
At first, I'm like, I didn't notice the guy behind him, and I'm thinking, like, is this the guy from Dune, the kid?
I can see that.
Or Michael Bay as a kid? Yeah, I guess they're in some kind of train or a bus.
It's a bus.
And it's Dawnstar carrying some bad guys.
Kind of, yeah. But what this story is I believe, if I remember this correctly, it's been a while, but this is basically like Marvel's, where we're seeing the world of the superhero, the city, and by through the point of view of a working woman who, I mean, here's this golden goddess, and she's got to get up, go.
I'm a working woman.
Yeah, and she's got to go clean up people's houses all the while. This woman is Wonder Woman, basically, but yeah.
It's so 80s, that's title. It's like Saved by the Bell. That's what it looks like. I wish it wasn't him in there in the reflection. I'd rather just have like him, just her flying above, like, because it kind of blends in, you know. And the guy in the background is like, what? And then, oh my gosh, there's a guy on the right side. I didn't see it first.
Yeah.
You notice them?
Like a burn victim on the right side. What the heck is that guy's face?
Well, what do you score this, RDB?
Give it a 6. It's not. Yeah, it's it's like, I'd rather just see the girl flying over carrying the bad guys, and then see the people in the train or whatever it's supposed to be.
You literally prefer the pose covers.
Yeah.
Okay. Eric.
The only, I'm giving this a 10, but if I had any knock, it seems like the faces that are farthest away are bigger than the one that's closest.
That is true.
I mean, that guy in the background, if I'm that guy in front and he's kicking my seat, I'm not saying shit. But I really do like this cover, and what's the girl's name again? Because it's been forever since I've read it.
You know what? I don't remember either.
It's one of those books that if I wasn't old already, I'd track them all down and read them again, because I remember really, really liking this series.
I almost the second story in is like a Fantastic Four kind of thing, and I almost included one of those, and I saw this and I thought, wow, technically this is great. And maybe I went too far in that direction with the independent comics. Pixel, what do you think?
I think that this is an easy 10. The reflection itself is astounding. I actually disagree with Eric about the one in the back. I think his face is actually fine in comparison. He's leaning over, so he's looking through that same window. The guy on her immediate left, our right, his face is a little too big.
Yeah.
But even then, if he's standing and leaning over, that could be why, because he's standing over her. But the figure, everything, this is an easy 10 tonight.
Can I point? my turn. But I got to point out something that we haven't mentioned yet, and that is the light that's shining in through that window. Where her wing is expanded and it's blocking the sun, everything's colored darker. When it's not, everything's got a lighter shade, like it's being lit up. I think that's just freaking genius. And if you travel down the body, that's the way it looks on everything that's being affected by her reflection. It's amazing. This absolute 10. All right, let's go to the chat.
It's not Winged Victory.
Say again.
Winged Victory.
Okay,
that's all right. Can't tell.
It's been so long. Vavavoom says 10. Ethereal says 9. Glenzer says 8. So we've got an 8, a 9, and a 10. Let's see. Now that angel, 10 it is, says Eddie. All right, and then we've got her fingers are totally warped. Yeah, by the refraction from the glass and everything. It's amazing. Her Undead Quinn says 9. Maranya says Astro City 4. Alex Ross rendering is almost Uncanny Valley realistic. This tells a story. Curiosity of what's going on sells the book. Scored an Astro City 10. A 9 from Jackson Rakert and a 10 from Rhaegar. It shows a little story of what it's like seeing a real hero in flight. Makes you feel like you're going to read about a hero wonderment story, Darkness says. So what do you score it, though? I never knew there was a Busek Ross book, Ross Interiors, I wonder. I think so.
Brent Anderson did the interior art.
I thought he did it. Did he do the first, like the miniseries?
I don't think so. I think
okay, so it's not. Okay. Good interiors, though.
I love Brent Anderson's art.
Hey, Patrick, what's up? Dan Alvin gives this a 10. And then, but not quite a Wonder Woman pick for a 10. This looks like a 9, says Darkness. A 6. RDV gives it a 6. Sorry. I went a little bit E there. I guess I earned that today. Hey, you want to see what a 10 comic book cover looks like? Not made of 10, but a scored of 10. 9. I like the Superman pose, the face within her wing reflection. She looks like Wonder Woman mixed with Hot Girl. Oh, it's a train. No, it's a bus. And then we've got a 9 from Darkness Comes. She's not Wonder Woman. I want to point something out. You know how I mentioned you're very good at light and shading? This is what I noticed. See how everything is different as she's looking up, the sun shining down? Yeah. What would you score this?
That would be
a 10? All right. And we have the 9. Alrighty. And there we go. Okay, so what we got here is 1 6. Well, first of all, let's start with this. We've got 9 10s, 5 9s, 1 8, 1 6. This is another 10.
Yeah, I do want to say you mentioned that nobody had mentioned the light.
Yeah.
In my defense, if I see one, I start going towards it.
Alrighty. Okay, let's see. I do believe we've got 2 more covers, and let's see who got that one.
Amy
had that one. So RDV, hey RDV, I got a pose cover for you. Here's Dark Horse Presents number 100. I had to include a Hellboy somewhere.
Venkman, can you hear me? Did you fall asleep?
No, I was muted because I was going to use the bathroom.
Oh,
I need
there you go. You got your post cover. It's all you, RDV.
Yeah, but it came with the high price of Pixel singing soprano.
I know.
Yeah.
Yes.
5
or alto.
You just don't like independence, do you?
I don't like Hellboy.
Oh dear Lord.
I got to put that aside when you get to me.
I don't like onions, but if freaking Van Gogh did an onion thing, I could at least look and see it was a good rendered onion.
I'd say he drew a crappy onion.
Eric, what do you think?
Pixel, would you have liked that Scud the Disposable Assassin cover better for being an onion next to it?
Yes. You know what? Automatic on 10.
You know, I'll say this, I have Never been a Hellboy fan, but I like this cover. This is. I almost wish the only thing that could make this cover cooler is if the lightning was striking whatever it is he's holding.
The gun, I guess.
Is it a gun?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's
oh goodness, it actually has a name, and it is totally escaped me.
It's Baby, isn't it?
It's Baby. Okay.
I think so.
Yeah.
I watched.
Well, I'll tell you what. The chat is. I always say the chat's smarter than we are. Chat. What is the name of the gun? Pixel. What do you say? Oh,
well,
wait.
I didn't give it a number, but I'm gonna give this a 10. I really like this cover.
The pose is fine. I think that it does look very cool. I do agree with Eric though. If the lightning was striking that, but where are the duckies and bunnies? No.
I know.
Exactly.
Well, you know what he's doing.
His feet.
It's been 11.
I think personally, there's just something about. Is it a sandstorm that he's in though?
So actually, no. It's a show tune cover. He's singing in the rain.
Yes.
I'm singing. No. Stop it.
If I were a rich man. I'm
going to give this a 9.
Can we go back to being crabby?
Yeah. So I just because the background isn't that clear to me, other than the lightning, I'm going to give it a 9. But it's very good. It's very well done.
All righty, and Amy, what says you?
I think this is nice. The colors are interesting, and the texture for the sky is a bit unusual. It does feel more sandy than cloudy, but it still comes together to create kind of a neat effect. I'm not exactly sure how they did it, but that's still pretty cool. And I like the lightning. I think I would give this at least a 9.
All right. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 is my turn. I like it. I just think the pose is a little bit off. Like, if he stood up straight, his legs would be this big, while his torso would be this big.
Is that his proportion?
Well, he's supposed to be a big guy, but it looks like his legs are so short, and his body isn't.
I thought maybe he was a pan type.
It would be better if Simba was behind me, like, "Hey, you're my way, bro."
Yeah, the monkey. Pardon me, I got a baby to show. Can you clear up here? Yes, thank you. The circle of. But overall, when you just look at it, it's a freaking cool cover. So I'm gonna be giving this an 8. Alrighty, and let's go to the chat. Where Baba Boom says 9, and Rhaegar says 8, and Eddie says a Hellboy 10.
Hey, at least he's not jumping up.
8, like 9 and 10. What were you saying?
At least he's not jumping up. We're not getting a Frank Miller Batman cover.
Right. Ethereal says 7, Undead Quinn says 8, and Glenzer says 9. So we've got a 7, an 8, and a 9. Jackson says 9. Venkman went poopy, says MK.
Actually,
and
no.
Gives Hellboy a 10. So it's a 9 and a 10. What'd you say?
Why is he for ice cream cone next to the poop emoji? That's just kind of weird, confusing there. I'm a little offended.
It's a good Hellboy cover, but probably a 4.
And also, who the heck is Gimli?
From Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing I remember from that movie is the fact that they walked forever and could have just rode an owl.
If let's see. Oh, I'm sorry. The gun isn't named Baby. It's named Shoddy McBlastic.
I don't know about that.
That doesn't sound real.
Yeah. Well, like I said, the chat is smarter than us. So there you go. It's Shoddy McBlastic. All right.
If the chat
Ronnie says Hellboy 100, well-rendered cover, but Hellboy should be much larger, even with its flaws. This cover is a Hellboy 10, and I do not like Hellboy, for the record. Oh wow, that's a lot of Hellboy hate. Let's see. Dan Alvin says 5. No detail, like you say. Okay.
I do have to say when RDV went ahead and said that. He doesn't. When you said that, RDV, you don't really like the Independents, do you? I know he likes far more than I do because I just don't.
Actually, yeah, he likes modern Independents, but the good stuff in the '90s, forget.
What do you consider good stuff? Wildstorm.
Okay, let's get the stop. No, actually, that's fine. I get it. I get it.
Cyberforce wasn't into that. Wetworks. It's like, to me, like looking at Hellboy is like looking at Youngblood.
Okay, this was Amy, right?
The name of his revolver is Good Samaritan.
Good Samaritan. There you go. Okay, no, this one was RDV. So I get the last cover of the night, and I'll start us off. And this is Akira, issue number 15.
Ooh, not the cover I would have went with, but I mean, it's still good though.
Well, I wish I could go with the first issue, but there was a window of about 6 covers for this book. So,
like I said, I love that classic one where he's on a motorcycle. That's my favorite.
Yeah, that's issue number 1. I would have let that's 1988 though.
I don't care.
But what we have here is a mountain. We've got skulls all over. We've got somebody trying to save a baby as they're climbing up or down. It's obviously a dystopian future. I am wondering what the heck is going on with the skeleton that looks like the bottom of the body is a doorway. But the rendering is really good for this. I understand this is Akira, where the title is this big and the picture's about the same size. Overall, I like this, and I am going to give it a 9. How about you, Eric?
Okay, before I enlarged this, I thought that he had somebody in a headlock.
Yeah.
And I was going to say, how long has this battle been taking? And I was really into it then, but now that I realize, is that a baby that
No, it's holding a person. Yeah, it's Akira holding a girl.
That's Akira.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna say 7 only because I couldn't tell. Even enlarging, I could not tell what that person was holding.
Okay.
But I love the skulls. I do like a lot of it a lot, but when the main thing I'm supposed to be focusing on, I can't tell. That's probably a me problem, but
it's okay.
No, it's I can see where you could not exactly tell the details of this. Okay, let's Pixel finish his bite. It's his turn.
I'm ready. It's ice cream. It goes down smooth.
Ooh.
What's your vote on this one?
Oh, I thought you were going to ask what flavor, but okay.
Okay, what flavor of ice cream? And what do you think about the Akira?
Well, actually, it's gelato. I'm sorry, it's key lime pie gelato. It's pretty good.
anyway, Baja Blast.
So anyway, this cover, I think I have to agree with the adopted father above my head. This is a 7.
He's your adopted father?
No, it's him and Eric Breen. You got a 7.
I got a lot of kids.
You got too many.
I thought he used your granddad.
It was off. It's a 7.
Go ahead.
No, it's a 7 because while it does have those great skulls, it looks kind of like a mudslide graveyard.
Yeah.
And he's holding the shape of, I couldn't tell if it was a baby or a girl at first either, but then I saw the ponytail. So
right.
Yeah, so 7 because I like what it has. I do like some of the stylistic choices, but overall I can't tell most of it. So 7.
Okay. Let's see. Amy.
Me? Oh, okay. I'm just gonna discount the whole weird format for the book with the little square and the big thing on the top and kind of giving you a really small artwork area and just kind of judge, I guess, the artwork. Because I don't know, maybe that's right, manga are shorter books.
Yeah.
Probably. So I don't know if maybe that's why it's elongated oddly. But anyway, that's not important.
It's volume 20.
Yeah. It is strange because Akira is certainly a classic series and it does some interesting stuff, but this drawing is pretty darn muddled. But I do like that he's trying to rescue a little girl, so that's sweet. I guess an 8.
Alrighty. And let's see. I give mine. It's RDV.
This looks like what the Terminator should have been. A cover with the skulls. Okay. Yeah, it's the lamppost, the street light knocked over barely.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's a street light. You know, the walk, or a run, or yeah.
Oh, is that what that is?
I'm assuming that's what it's supposed to be, but that's what it looks like. Or But anyway, you get a junk pile there. There's a bunch of skulls, debris, and then he's holding on to the kid, and it looks like that it's a zombie to the right. It's the skeleton has a knee. It's getting ready to climb up.
Oh yeah,
that's what's going on. Because at first I'm like, there's a lot of this breeds, but he's obviously offended, or he's like a it's like a bear with its cubs and sees an offender. Right. I'm giving this a 10. I love the shading. I said everything. This is what I think of whenever I think of Terminator.
Okay.
Just yeah. There's even a tire. I love. There's always a tire there. The tire survives.
We've been seeing tire. Yeah, even the Spirit cover had a rainy, wet tire on it. What will you score this, RDB?
10.
10. Alrighty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who do I not have? Gave it a 9. Eric gave it a 7. Oh, you know what? I colored in the 2 7s. There's 2 7s. All right, there we go. Okay. Let's get to the chat. And what we got is 9 from Glenzer. Are you going to rank the Hellboy cover? It was a 9. Wait, is this first cover? This is 9 cover. This is cover number 14. We've been at this for a while. Okay, so Glenzer gave it a 9. Baba Boom says 8. Nunday Quinn says 7. 7 and 8. Let's see. Just think Blade Runner vibes. Rhaegar says 7. Jackson says 6. Dan says 4. Alrighty. And then we have what is gelato? It's Italian ice that's flavored. 6 looks like home, says Darkness Comes.
It's like biting into a cloud of ice cream.
You know what's gross? The edible cookie dough stuff you can buy at the grocery stores.
Akira 15 monochromatic cover ties all the dystopian details together. Great rendering, sells the story and the book. Haunting, memorable art. Scored an Akira 10, says Maranya.
Yeah, it's in a jar and it says edible cookie dough. It tastes gross. I'd rather have burger.
Yeah, just getting a jar, getting a thing of cookie dough and eating that is better. Ethereal Dragon says 7. MK says 9. I'll go look like I'll go. Looks like a darker cover. Skulls everywhere. Gives me MK and Terminator vibes. And he scores it a 9. And we have I like Santa Cruz Cave a little better, but not quite as nice as the movies and shows. Let's see. Weekly manga chapters are 18 to 22 pages. And VENKMAN hates everything. That is great.
I just give this a 10.
The story of today. All right. Let's see.
You know what, Rhaegar? You know what I really hate? It's you. Just you.
How you doing, little Rhaegar?
All right, there you go, guys. This one is let's see, 1, 4 taking on the 2 10s, but needs help from the 2 6s. So 10s are gone. So is one of the 4 9s, and then we have 3.
Hi, Jackson.
7s leaving the 8s. So this is yet another 8. A lot of independent covers tonight ended up in the 8s, ladies and gentlemen. But we did get a couple. But we did end up with a couple of 10s tonight, and that's cool. Let me see. Wait. Okay. Hello?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I just when things are quiet, I have to. I gotta go. Okay, so I'm trying to get this to be. There we go. Okay, that I can actually look at the chat. Okay.
So are we going to rank the 6 first?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're going to rank the 6 first. I'm wondering why this is doing this, so I guess I've got to cover it in the chat. All right, so we started the 6s, and obviously we have a clear number 15. That's Scud. That is not the worst cover of the night, but let's start at the 7s. Eric, what's the worst and the best?
The best is the Gen 13, and the worst is go check boobies.
Okay, Pixel.
I'm going to actually say One Piece is the best one there.
Okay. And what's the worst?
Yeah, Tank Girl.
Alrighty. Amy, best and worst of the 7s.
I guess the One Piece would be the best, or at least my favorite, if that's such a thing.
That works too. What's the worst? Artistically.
The middle one.
The middle one? All right.
Yeah.
It stays there because this has 2 worst votes and only one. This one's got only one, and it's already got. I'm voting this is the best, and Tank Girl the worst as well. So
That's okay.
there we go. But RDV.
I'll go with you. Gen 13 being the best out of them, and then Tank Girl being the worst.
Alrighty. So this has 4 bests.
Like I said, I can understand why it's a little obscene. The top to see through top. If they didn't have that, like I said, I would not.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, okay. Well, my eyes didn't allow me to see that. My married eyes refused to see it. Okay, well, let's move up to the 8s. And let's see.
Wait, so how did One Piece get more votes?
It doesn't have a bad vote.
Oh.
It's the only one that did.
But didn't we have 3 bests for Gen 13?
Yeah, me, Pixel, and Eric.
And me.
Yeah. That's 4.
Okay.
Now Pixel voted One Piece.
I voted One Piece.
Oh, it was 3-2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, regardless, though.
But One Piece didn't get a bad one. That's why I kept it there because I kind of
but three is a higher number than 2, regardless of where
it is. All right. Let's see. Of the oh my gosh, y'all are gonna hate me on this one.
E will hate regardless.
Yeah, I know. After tonight, that's a done deal.
We're never showing up again.
Okay,
tomorrow.
Yeah, you guys are gonna hate me for this one, because I'm gonna put the argument. There we go. All right. What do you think, Eric? Best and worst?
My best has to be Terminator, because I think that might be the only one I gave a 10 to out of this, except for actually I think I might have given the Turtles a 10 to. Now I think about it.
What do you think is the worst?
I had a lot of default 8s on this, but I think I have to go. I think the lowest I gave any of these was Akira.
All right. How about you, Pixel?
She is the best one here. Actually, wait. Oh no, I'm sorry. It's what is the one with the samurai in space?
Okay.
Oh, well, I was gonna ask who.
What's his name?
And what's your worst? That's Rai. Rai.
Right. The worst one is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Okay. Okay, we'll keep it there because all 3 of these have a vote. Amy.
Hello.
What, the best of the 8s?
Hi.
Hi. I think the Valley of the Wind is probably the nicest overall when you compare all of the elements. So I think that one's my favorite.
Okay.
Let's see. Least favorite? I mean, I hate to say it, but the Akira just seems kind of muddled.
Okay, well, that is the only one with 2 votes.
Isn't that strange?
So it stays there. RDV.
All right. The best is She.
Holy shit. Are you kidding me?
5 different ones.
Okay, we got to go to the chat. We have to go to the chat on this one. Break the tie, Bone, Terminator, Rye Valley, and we all picked a best.
You want my worst?
So, yeah, give us the worst.
Worst for me is the Turtles.
Is the Turtles.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
They 2 and 2.
There you go. So we move it. Yeah, at least we've got that. But guys, we need to know what you guys think. Let's see. Evening all, Nipple Girl on the Bed is best. Okay, yeah, we're going to the next one. And it is the best is She.
Yep.
The worst is
the worst. Get 2 of those.
Akira was muddled. Bone is the best. Okay, so we have the best is the rat.
There's a rat?
Rye, are you saying? TMNT bad. Bone is the best, says Dan. Okay, so what we've got here so far is...
Let's put a poll.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, we do have we can do a poll. That's the best way to do it. It's going to be like done right away. What are the ones? It's Bone, She.
For best or worst?
For
No,
West,
no.
best.
We need a tiebreaker. So
Yeah, we're not voting since we all voted differently.
yeah, we've got she. Oh, wait a second. This only does 4. So it doesn't matter. Well, it's useless.
Oh, well.
Yeah, we got to. We just got to count it by hand.
Oh,
I'm going up. Okay, so here we go. The best is the she. Alrighty, and let's see. We have
there's
Bone
2
is the
types
best,
for
so it's
word.
1 vote for Bone, 1 for she. Well, worst vote for Bone.
Well-
Then we have best is Rye, so those 3 all have 2 votes. We have a Bone is the best, so that's 2 more votes up for Bone, and let's see, Rye is the best. That's 2 more votes for Rye. And let's see, Akira is worst Bone. That's 3 down. Okay, I'm making Bone be bad, says Rhaegar, and there we go. Bone is the best, and Valley of the Wind is the worst. The Bone actually got most of the most of the up votes, although it did get a couple of down votes.
Wait a minute, there's a truckload of Terminator votes coming in here at 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
Are they already voted on, people?
Yes,
Like,
and not only does that make Terminator, the best of the 8s, it also won Pennsylvania.
exactly. Well, no, Bone actually has 4, and these are only 2, but that comes in second. We also had a vote for Ryan She, so Nausicaa is, we'll have to move it like this, and that's the way it sits. Going to the 9, now to the 10s, Eric, best and worst, Astro City and Spawn.
Oh, Astro City the best.
Hi, Jackson.
Alrighty, Pixel, Astro City or Spawn?
Astro City is the best.
Amy,
Yeah, I'm sorry, what?
Astro City or Spawn?
Oh, is that
The top 2, yeah.
Oh, through the 10s?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess Astro City.
Now that's 3 out of 5. RDV.
I would probably go with Spawn, but that's okay though.
Oh, it's okay.
Okay,
I mean, they're
I
both
would go on
good.
Astro City.
It's
so
not
there we go.
okay. They're bullies.
Oh, no.
Okay,
Yep.
so number 15 for us, some inexplicable reason, is Scud. Number 14 is Tank Girl. 13, One Piece. 12 is Gen 13. 11, Akira. 10 is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. 9 is Bart Simpson. 8, Nausicaa Valley of the Wind. 7 is She. 6, Rye. 5 is the Terminator. 4 is Bone. 3 is Dark Horse Presents number 100. 2 is Spawn number 1. And we have Astro City, I believe it was number 4, as our best cover of the 90s independence on this very argumentative show. Sorry, guys, I showed my ass. Spirited. Scud is not the worst. I'm looking at Tank Girl, and even I would say the Terminator or the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Akira is a worse cover than Scud.
Like I said, Scud, I looking at it right now, it doesn't look like it's even a comic book. It looks like it's an advertisement or something in a magazine.
You know what? I think they really did hurt themselves with that. It's obviously the Tide. It's the Tide logo. Did they not see it?
It would have been great with Hostess fruit pies.
As
Get it in the light.
Far superior, yes.
And of course, Duckies and Bunnies.
Bunnies.
If you're gonna have the logo on the lunchbox.
Alrighty, let's see.
That would have been cool, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then have it on a lunchroom table.
And then have like a little a hand carrying the lunchbox
Right.
and the logo in the
Yeah.
lunchbox. That would
Yeah.
be cool.
Like Scud carrying it. That would be cool.
Okay, so we are on season 5, and we've been doing these decade cover things at the beginning of each one. Tomorrow at 10:30, we're going to be looking at Marvel. And so I did pull, somebody mentioned it, so I made sure we have that Incredible Hulk cover with the Wolverine claws and such. So that'll be the iconic cover. Do we have other Iconics? I think, yeah, I'm looking, and that is one. I've got one. Yeah, two. There's two, and maybe one because I know somebody here probably will not like it and go, "Oh my gosh, it's bad because it's this subject." And
then you'll complain again and drag it out.
I will, and we'll get into an argument, and Pixel will be wrong again. Yeah, there is. I've got an Inhumans cover of Pixel. There's no way. It's graded on the art, not on the subject.
I can't help that the Inhumans suck, but you know what? They might have some good covers. I'm not going to say.
I have like 6. They're trade paper. They're freaking awesome.
I can. Some of those
you sat through Batwoman. I would challenge you. I would do a what was that show with Tucker and the other guy?
Joe Rogan?
I'm asking Eric. That they used to do. It was the point counterpoint thing.
Oh, the show is the reason I hate the Inhumans?
You mean Hannity and Combs?
Yeah,
that's Hannity and Combs. Yeah, and we'll have to do a Pixel in England team kind of point by counterpoint. Read the Inhumans, and you can tell me why you think it's bad, and I can tell you why you're.
Like I said,
I just don't like their whole thing. Like the existing on the moon and the Terrigen Mist. I just don't like any of that. I feel like I prefer the X-Men, and the X-Men have laser origins for their mutations.
You just don't like them because they're black.
Huh?
You don't like them because they're black. You know that.
Well, I don't like it because they try to wipe out all the mutants with that Terrigen Mist. They're terrorists.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoa. I am far more conservative than that little liberal guy that's down there. He's flat out a socialist compared to me. Yeah.
Not a socialist, but okay.
Say again?
I'm not a socialist, but okay.
I said compared to me.
Oh, okay.
I was going to say, he does less socializing than you do.
I do a lot of socializing at Publix.
Oh, I can. You know what? I'll go one better. I'll go one better for you guys. Just for fun, because in all honesty, I love doing these things. Sometimes when we're done, I just want to fire up the next one. Let me show. I'm going to show you the rejects. And by the way, these aren't all the rejects, but let's see.
They're like all the better covers.
Yeah, you guys will be those. Well, because you're probably look at these and go, oh, that one's more iconic. I recognize it. When I in all honesty, maybe I did steer a little bit too far into. I just wanted something different. Wanted something to spark a conversation. Wanted something to, I don't want just the Wolverine cover, right? But here you go. These are the ones I rejected for tomorrow.
Can I say one thing before you start?
Say again?
Can I say one thing before you as well?
What's up?
I didn't think there was any way in hell that the stream following the 2.5 hour reading would be long.
No, right? I know.
Jesus H. Christ.
Okay. There you go. All righty. I'm sorry. I won't do that then.
I give it start for a 9.
All right.
So pretty.
So, guys, thank you very much for hanging out with us. It's been 3 hours. It's time to go. Don't forget to show up tomorrow at 10:30. Yeah, this was a long one. I blame Pixel for not agreeing with me. Yeah, I hope if you like the content, please click like, share, and comment on the posted video to help the algorithm.
You show the covers. I was
sure.
Yeah,
do you want to see the rejected for tonight, or do you want to see the rejected for tomorrow?
No, whatever it was you were getting ready to show. I was just stating the obvious. I didn't think there was any way in hell we'd go longer than that reading.
I didn't either. Well, I mentioned LK was a 2-hour 40 show.
Well, Friday's going to be a Donald Duck story. It goes for 4 hours.
These are the ones, because I pulled up a whole bunch of stuff these were the ones I ended up rejecting
for independent
for Marvel tomorrow.
Oh my god! Are you insane?
What?
Which one do you like?
Cover.
So many of them are good. Oh my god.
Oh, and by the way, if you think it was easy for me to reject a whole bunch of these, it was not. I could even tell you why I started. Like, I picked this one because I love the perspective. Now, in the actual cover, you have another cover over it, and in all honesty, the glass right here is reflective. It's and that's what I was going for. That's what I wanted, because you can see the black right here, but it's not supposed to be black. It's supposed to be silver, and it's supposed to look like the Punisher was pushed out a window or is jumping backwards out a window. And it's an amazing cover, but it just didn't work on the scan. So
you know what it reminds you of? It reminds you of Ghost in the Shell.
Did you at least go with the Punisher Warzone, the lawnmower cover?
Sir, I will neither confirm nor deny the presence of any cover. I will just show you the ones that are out there. And it took a lot. Oh, by the way, this just got caught. This was rejected for the DC, and I love this cover.
Funny.
I know, right? So these were the rejects. Some of them because, frankly, they're just pose covers, or
the She-Hulk was great. That's great too. I think that.
Oh yeah, but the She-Hulk I picked is just a lot of fun. Some of them, it's like, okay, I just picked different versions.
I always thought that one needed
That's
to have...
not in there?
This one?
The Gambit and Rogue one's not in there? That's
no. I picked another cover for the X-Men.
I give this stream tomorrow. I give it a ranking of 2.
Okay, so just for fun, let me do the reject. I'll see if I have the rejects for tonight.
You know, we could do 2 rankings. We could do the rejected ones, and then the ones you accepted.
I deleted the independent because I don't have rejects for the independents. What about DC? Oh,
yes.
Do you have a welcome to hour 4 sign?
I wish I did. I wish.
Oh, by the way, I actually I created 2 shows for DC because I ended up with 45 covers. Actually a lot more than that. The second show here, let me get this. This would have been part 2, like if we were to do 2 DC covered shows. These are the books that let me get to you. These were the books. These were rejects as well, but there were 15 of them, so I could do a whole other show with them. I just love that cover. And Batman Prey is one of my favorite stories, but ultimately I was like, I don't know. The Prey and the logo kind of cut off a little bit.
See, I would have had him actually praying. That would have been a much better cover.
That would be
wrong kind of Prey, but I love this Wonder Woman cover.
Wait, the Rolling Stones cover?
Eric, I told you I almost put this one in.
Yeah,
I love that one.
It's an incredible cover.
It's a great one-off story too.
Yeah.
Was that the sign you wanted, Mr. Breen?
Yes, it is. I would have done one, but then that would have necessitated having to put on a shirt.
Real Killer, Catwoman, Guardian of Gotham.
That actually would have been better than some of the covers tonight.
Spectre.
Without a shirt, really?
Not even the Scud, brother.
I'll take that Scud all day long. I will.
So will I.
I will.
And I gotta look at it every day.
I will kiss the ground that Turtles cover walks on, just to avoid that sight. Do you need me to give myself a pixel finger for you, Mr. Breen?
I love this.
Facts be facts.
Lois leaves Superman.
Like, hey, the one time I quote CM Punk, tell me when I'm telling lies.
As much as I like this one, it didn't make it. I think I did include this one, didn't I?
I used to see stuff like that in my drinks too.
Yeah.
I mean, we still haven't done a Hellblazer actual ranking to it.
There we go. Some of these books are just so incredible, but it kind of it hurt not to include them because these were, and that's what I got to do, man. I pick out so many more books than you guys see, and then I go through and I think, okay, is it the best cover? Is it or will it be interesting enough? Will we get people talking? Is it just going to be kind of boring?
Dan Elman says he sold that Wonder Woman issue for $75 last year.
Which one?
Because I got $75 for that Wonder Woman issue last year.
Oh, the one with her in chains?
With the one that shattered, I guess.
Oh, no, the other one.
Yeah.
The other one?
And these were absolutely rejected. And I love that freaking cover. Blades is incredible. Travis Charest, Riddler. That awesome John Burns Wonder Woman. This was so close to being in the DC one. I love the use of negative spaces on this. Spectre's just fucking cool. I'm sorry for the language. Sorry.
How dare you?
I love the perspective on this one.
That is fun.
Yeah. I cut this one because we're going to be doing an Adam Hughes show.
That Rogue and Gambit cover is lovely.
Yeah.
I do. Like I said, I like the Rogue and Gambit cover, especially the miniseries.
This is an incredible Poison Ivy cover.
The window is really neat, isn't it?
And I like the puzzle aspect of this one.
Who's the blonde guy?
That's the Sports Master. No, Clue Master.
Oh, okay. Because that's Riddler.
Sports Governor.
Sports. Okay, Sports Governor. Okay, Sports Governor. There we go. These are some cool freaking covers. But yeah, these were
like that last one. He didn't like people treading on it, but yeah, he liked it.
Yeah. This is an incredible. It hurt to cut this one. This was rough, man. The disabled veteran burning Superman's cape that lights his shadow up against the American flag. Holy shit! There's a lot going on that's awesome about that.
Sounds like today he'd be having Palestine flag behind him. He'd be burning American flag.
He'd be burning the flag and holding the Superman cape. This game board, it's a Toyman issue.
Oh, like the Monopoly, yeah.
Starman
with kitty cat
with Madame Xanadu.
Kitty.
Rough.
Well, maybe we can do a rank rejected cover.
I wanted to include this one, and I thought it was a little dark.
If you go back one, that Batman.
Okay.
Yeah, how much of an argument would we have gotten into if we had used that and I'd have thrown 2 up there?
You know what? You have stated your disdain for Kelly Jones art.
Well, and not only that, he's got that image body where the head disappears into the.
And then
that's horrible.
Well, I like the dinosaur because
also,
we learned the story about how
with this cover, his body almost blends with Bane's knee.
I like
the Shadow Batman over the city. That was awesome.
The Batman Adventures, we learned that
were the
write down.
We learned in the Batman Adventures.
I'm like 90% 10s on your rejects. I hope you guys like comics. Do more TMNT covers for Pixel and Friends in the future. I would love to. We should do it. But that being said, Amy's yawning. Time to go.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No. It's actually time to go. We've been at this for 3 hours. This show is supposed to be an hour and a half long.
Oops.
There you go. I like to keep this at an hour.
It was a 3-hour tour.
Yeah.
Maybe less controversial covers.
There you go.
Parade.
What'd you say, Pix?
I don't know why I said it. What time is the I said 5 o'clock, but it's actually a 3 o'clock parade.
Oh.
All right, gang. Don't forget to show up tomorrow at 10:30. Thanks for hanging out. Don't forget to share and all that kind of stuff. And as always, thank you very, very much for watching. Have a good night.
Stop by the Geeky Puppet Show. We'll be reading Teen Titans Go.
Good morning, kids.
There you go. Yeah, good morning, guys.